beautiful, but PRX has given him fits in the past.
That they have. Let's go ahead, kick off this map. We have not seen PRX playing here on Pearl since that grand final where they were able to take down DRX and earn that #1 seed coming into this event. Flash out off the rip. Victor just going to be pulling back here over on the B site, gets himself tucked away in the tunnels. They go ahead and check that close cubby. Nothing noted. So we just get a little bit of a deeper linger there from CTRS, trying to see if there's going to be any aggression out from A or mid.
Yeah, you're really looking for some of that telltale utility from Devi from the side of NRG. Trying to wait for that execute. And a heavy stack towards the B side, and good awareness here from PRX. Kind of regroup and back off. Maybe see if you can isolate a kill here through B link. They're gonna 3-stack Crashies, and he wants none of it, and that's wise. They don't push too deep there. Now contact gonna be made around the corner.
Dash forward, Forsaken looking to just garner some space, get some moved up here against the link. The rotation's now gonna be coming in from the side of NRG. Artist still checking, wants to see if there's gonna be anybody late pushing through water. In the meantime, the swing comes in, Finesse gonna be good for one, but Jing and Forsaken find one apiece. Crashies with a little bit of a follow-up, tries to get rid of the enemy Phoenix, cannot do so. Victor, help with his little turret, will be able to take down Mind Freak, and now it's just gonna be a right-click battle, and Victor's able to win. Spike now stranded, and Jing, the last man standing. Hot hands, that flash at the ready. Slaps it down, but has to know. No, doesn't realize that the flank is coming through. Victor will just die to it in the end anyway, but it's still going to be the pistol round going to NRG.
That's all right, a little bit of a smile there from Victor. Nice kind of read of the situation here by NRG. I like the change up from PRX. They had a good, start to this round where they kind of came in through, through link, waited for the smoke utility.
I don't mind this. I think, just wanting to die, try to get even closer to having that KJ ultimate up.
Yeah, that's...
A little bit curious to see at the end there, but I think it's just really trying to fast-track that one. Jing on the opposite side, though. Now going to be one off having that run it back available.
Yeah, and that's a big part of PRX's strategy here, is enabling Jing.
Oh, Artis making a nice and early exit here, trying to find Forsaken. Now pushes the issue, swings around the corner, finds a third. Goes for the reload. Sam with the stinger will be able to take down Jing, and now it's just a matter of whether or not Mind Freak can find anything here to try to stop this from being a flawless. The wall will drop down, however. It's going to be Sam collecting a second as NRG get themselves a second round in flawless fashion.
Yep, okay, well, now we move on to the first round where we really get to see what PRX has been able to cook up with this comp. I'm a little bit worried about this attacker side for PRX without that Harbor in here. Normally it's Forsaken on the Harbor, kind of doing a really good job cutting space, setting up Jing to be able to kind of flash in and around those walls. Jing has his own wall as well, of course, with that Blaze to try to enable himself or his team. But this time around it's a little bit different. CGRS on that Killjoy now. And this time, the Star out here. Flash gonna confirm.
Flash in, Artist with the Spectre. Just a bit of damage across there. Forsaken eventually does fall. Sam with a great headshot. At range there with the Sheriff, finds one. Crashies now swinging out the back behind the pillar. Just managed to take out one Devi, quick to trade it to keep them on equal footing. As now the run it back is gonna be coming through. Sam just throwing up the wall. Jing wants to rush up. They know exactly where he's gonna be coming from, so they pull back out of the link. And eventually he's just gonna go ahead and the TP back over. But a 3v3 for the retake attempt. Victor just now moving out of art. Looks like he might go all the way around and club it, trying to get that top B there.
A Sky to check, but it's not going to catch. Victor on that lurk. Here comes the Harbor wall. Retake from Finesse. Gonna try to push on through. Gravity well up front to try to delay.
And walking across is Poison. Jing finding one, jumping into the cove, knows that he's pulled back. In the meantime, Victor, well, presence should be noted. Certainly is now, but still finds a headshot. And already with 3 kills in this round, that's a very good bonus here for the side of NRG. He's looking for a little bit more. Jing will be able to deny that away as they get themselves on the board here. PRX fighting back, but losing out on 3 members.
Yeah, this is pretty quintessential PRX in a lot of ways. Just kind of off the rip, start pushing space, gonna push ahead of that flash. A good shot by Sam. That Sheriff on the opener, and then Jing gonna use that Phoenix ability a lot to control space in Link and Art quite often. There's a lot of those kind of 90-degree corners that Jing really loves to take advantage of as that Phoenix. Really exciting to watch the way he plays, and he's not overly aggressive. Normally you're used to seeing Jing just blast packing all over the place with the Rays doing crazy stuff, but he will lead the way, but it's a little more cautious.
Oh, the birds go out. Crashies dodges that one. Even with Jing's follow-up curveball, still ends up getting taken down. Nanoswarm, however, does find Finesse, so at the end of it all, it's just going to be that 1-for-1. Trailblazer certainly spotting Divide there on the jump past the box. That's why they're going to be creeping up here. There's no one to reinforce this position. Flash Divide, and he's fully caught by it, and he will get melted down. As you can see, Forsaken dashing out of Art, gets himself over towards the A site. They know that there's going to be two players operating behind them at A main.
Well, are they gonna wrap all the way through? No, they're just gonna plant for back site here. Really big duel with Artis coming up.
And Forsaken just wins it. Artis looking over towards Flowers. Forsaken swings from Secret, does take him down. Brings it back into a 3v3. Reckoning now sent out, but they're not playing on the site to get clipped by this one. Som, however, still finding one. Crash, he's finished off by the turret. Now it's all on Som. Wall raised, scouting out, uncertain if there's gonna be anybody over towards the dugout. Gravity Well does come through from Mind Freak. It's gonna be the util dumped out. With that spray coming in, he knows that they're both over at Flowers, but before he can even send a shot their way, CGRS will finish him off. 3K for him in the round to tie it up at 2-2.
Man, what a recovery here from PRX, and a good read on the early part of the round by NRG, isolating Divide, kind of realizing that he was going to be sticking around potentially, and they're able to flash and get it behind the box. So really good recognition here. And then they even invest the Reckoning as well to try to go for this retake. But already PRX gotten so deep and Forsaken able to win that also important first kill on the backside against Artis to drop that off and force another eco here out of NRG. Blades up for Forsaken, and he is certainly a confident person with that ability. He's got a shorty behind it. It's right now looking like a full-on B hit, and already the rotation's coming for NRG.
Double up, grab the peek over into Link. Sees Finesse for a brief little moment there. Finesse sends some shots his way. Drops low. Bit of a tag there on a Victor, now knocked down to 50 HP. Crashy's wanting to try to break through, but a headshot comes in. Forsaken gets the reset on the knives. Swings on the corner, manages to find another one. Mind Freak as well, getting involved, finds Finesse. So far it's just going to be Jing taken down. Artis, however, with that blades of his own, picks up a quick 2 kills, and suddenly it's just CGRS all on his lonesome. They don't know where he is. It's still dangerous territory, but it seems like they might have an inkling of it as Artis does send that Cloud Burst his way, trying to set up for that brief little one-way. This is going to be heard. CGRS knowing where one is. Seems like he's got a very good idea as well. Som. Not expecting him to have repositioned down onto the low ground here. Now is completely and utterly out in the open. Wants to go for the Nano Swarm. Sends it cleaned up now. Knows that he's got a high-low to try to send out the turret. Swings up a bit, but Som will get the headshot, and it is a fantastic, thrifty win for NRG to go ahead and retake the lead.
And it's just these quick rotations here from NRG that really helped them out. Just immediately, as soon as contact is made from Forsaken, yeah, he does a great job taking space, getting in there, doing some serious damage with those Blade Storms. But then Artis says, nah, I can do you one better, and gets 2 big ones. Som again, good with this Sheriff. Doing a great job in this round and in this entire map so far with those Sheriff kills. So
7-3-2.
Everybody's looking really good on both sides of the coin.
Could be in this one for the long haul. Keep our fingers crossed in that regard. As we can see, though, Victor's still going to be sticking over towards B. Line Sheriff is set up in this position. Just the turret out in towards Link, staring at mid doors. Finesse to potentially swing off of.
You've got
Jing gets to run it back.
Yeah, he's been funneling those as per usual. Already the second one. You've got dueling lockdowns, dueling Seekers here. Going to be invested early for the side of PRX. Some util to try to delay a hot hands there at the door to allow Jing to push through, heal up. He's just going to chew through that nano.
Yep.
It's the run it back.
Doesn't manage to clear the angle, though. Doesn't swing wide enough to actually spot anybody, but now the lockdown's going to be invested on the opposite side. PRX just looking to match. Spike, however, not yet planted, so they're still going to have to try to retake the side off the back of this one. They do shove NRG away, but can they get into a post-plant setup quickly? NRG are going to look to rush this one. Victor still tucked away, back haul. Flash goes across, some shots in his direction. Jing swings on the corner, gets the headshot, curveball in, but Crashies just holds down left click. Had it lined up, gets the timing, and Jing disappears.
30 seconds left.
Things continue to tumble out of control here for the side of PRX. They finally get the spike moved up here onto the sides. He addresses it in his hands. Forsaken finding one, then taken down by Artis. Once again, into a 3v3. Crashy swinging back out the aggressive push. Artis puts the spike down on the ground. Now it needs to be recovered. Into the 2v2. Divide out into the open. It's dropped, and it's going to be the combination of Crashies and Som to take them over the line. 4-2 NRG, starting the stretch to lead.
Yeah, and already here, PRX just really trying to hit B over and over again, just trying to overwhelm NRG on this site, and it just isn't going their way. I mean, you know, Sam is staying on A, planted his feet over there, but the rest of NRG is good for it. And Artis finding some great timings to shut things down. Delay here for the side of NRG is making this really difficult for PRX. Looks like they're gonna shift over to Stingers for this round. Mind Freak with the Cosmic Divide and a Sheriff. The only ults to speak of here. Artis popping that dash, can't find the shot.
Takes a bit of damage there. Just managed to back away, but good amount of space opened up. That's going to give them arc control for now. The Trailblazer cleared out before he can get through the Cloudburst. It doesn't necessarily see how many players there are. Something tells me that Artis' ears likely working well enough to identify that it was pretty much the whole team.
PRX is about as
subtle as an elephant.
as subtle as your average act of God. Yeah.
Finding one, Crashy tucked in the corner. Sam backing him up. Finds another 2 kills for himself. He's at 9 HP. This Stinger can do some work. CTRS finding one. Flash does not go wide enough.
Oh!
A bit of a botch there from the side of Crashies, and that does allow for PRX to get themselves back into this round. Rifles recovered, Mind Freak and CGRS. 49 seconds remaining, they could cut noise. Try to rotate off the site, if not make a bait.
You read my
Given
mind.
that they have this ult invested, it seems like they still want to try to play around it.
I mean, with this ult here, you know, you're at least able to be undetected, but oh my god, the cover!
Covering fire allows for Mind Freak to get the plan, but now he needs to find the headshot. He needs to win out against Victor, and he will just drag it across. He finds it, and the Thrifty is confirmed. PRX putting one of their own up on the board to bring it now within touching distance once more.
I mean, the crossfire here is just so disciplined. The patient from CGRS, he has been stepping up now. He had so many clutches for them in their previous match. He is really starting to find his groove. He seems comfortable, he's calm, he's confident, he's excited, he keeps that energy level up. He's always positive whenever we see him on camera. And he is just a phenomenal player here. And you've got, you know, the 2 streamer players going against each other, Sam and CGRS, and they're both having great rounds so far.
50 Prime subs on this camp. But I mean, you know, as much as we like to joke about that, they have ascended to so much more.
Yes, exactly.
Granted, yes, still a substitute from CGRS. Sam the mainstay, but the performances that they have been able to put up in the last couple days have been absolutely monumental in getting both of these teams in the position they find themselves in at the moment. Artis, though, finds himself in a great position to get the punish. He's finding a timing while CTRS was distracted by Crashies over at the doors. 2 members down. Looking like NRG just having a vice grip here on this B site.
Yeah, and there's going to be a change of direction here for the side of PRX. They're going to leave Mind Freak down here to lurk for a bit, but NRG, oh so disciplined, oh so patient. Going to try and sell a little bit of a fake here. Still Artis though, holding the discipline for NRG so strong. Mind Freak clearing the turret, trying to create noise, trying to create distraction. If Devi can best Artis, that flash isn't going to confirm anything over on the other side. Oh boy.
No, it does not, and yeah, they just decide to rush out. They know that this is going to be a lurk, so they decide just challenge them all at once, get that kill. And now with as far away as they are, it's just going to have to be Jing and Devi sitting back, holding onto the weapons as NRG will run the clock down and pull off a flawless little hold.
Maybe if Mind Freak can hold on a little bit more there, they might feel confident enough to try to push in towards A, but now they're just going to be setting up towards spawn, seeing if they can keep these rifles into the next round. But yeah, I mean, these B pushes are being held so well by NRG. I mean, they're happy to collapse and condense onto the site and just fortify it, make it so difficult for PRX with the crossfires, with the utility. And again, it's going to be difficult on this attacker side. I talked about this at the beginning, but you're already seeing it on this B side in particular. Without that Harbor utility or that Viper utility, you're way more limited in what you can do to dissect this B site, to cut off the angle. That is the reason that so many teams play the Viper Harbor on this, is particularly on this B site that everyone...
That being said, though, still close. So 5-3.
Yes.
Anything could happen.
You know, it's funny. I had a chat with Mini in between after their match, and we were both just trying to theory craft what the heck PRX was going to do. Neither of us were correct. I'll just put it that way.
All right. Was there a Yoru in there somewhere?
I mean, that was something I spitballed but didn't really take seriously. But the Gecko was floated between both of us. We thought maybe they might make a go of that.
well, just some initial control here over towards A. And then Finesse responding with the pit, just looking to make this unassailable. Seems like PRX might be thinking about cutting through, getting A access through Art, and just keeping Finesse locked over on that side of the map, push him out into A main. Maybe control backside, but with just the turret destroyed, we'll start drifting away and approaching other avenues. Crashies, a couple shots going his way here from Forsaken.
I like the layered utility here from NRG to back up Finesse in this Viper's Pit. PRX is not afraid to challenge, and Victor's going to win the early exchange against Jing.
Just a dry swing there from Jing. Does fall, but Forsaken up on top of the box with a great headshot. Will find him. Finesse now getting tucked away. Som in Flowers waiting for the cross. Finds one. And now PRX are really worried about trying to get themselves over. CJRS actually just sprints across. Makes it through to safety. Finesse noted. Mindfreak puts some damage down onto him, but cannot find that kill. Som in the meantime does get broken out. Out of the equation now. It's Crashies tucked away here by Secret. Quickly finds one. Divide the last man standing, but not for very long. Crashies puts him down on the ground. The fuse will come in. NRG now going to be doubling the scoreline here. PRX as they move up 6-3.
Yeah, and this is just, again, NRG really understanding the tendencies of PRX. They really like to challenge these Viper Pits. They want to cut, your strength away from you. They want to attack you where you're strong sometimes to try to just, prove that they're better than you, to really utilize this raw aim, these great instincts that they have in these individual moments. And Mindfreak almost able to sneak in there and do some damage in the middle of the chaos, but that early kill onto Jing really hurts. That's some extra utility that they can use to throw into that Viper's Pit and around those corners to maybe obfuscate that movement of Mindfreak a little bit more, but not to be the case. But this time around, I like what PRX is doing, spreading out a little bit more here, getting a little bit of information, baiting out a little bit of utility to try to keep NRG honest. You've got to keep them guessing. You've got to keep them across different areas of the map. As good as Finesse is, right now, it's been a little bit easy for him to kind of predict. And you're just looking for some of those stars, from some of that aggression from Jing and Forsaken. But it looks like they might be trying something of a fake here. Som going to be watching through Link. Divide leads with that Trailblazer, and they're just going to back right off of that Cascade.
Trailblazer goes out. Crashy's now going to be swinging around over towards A site. Run it back. Sent. Finesse just playing anti-flash. Turns. Doesn't want to show himself. Knows that Jing is not going to be the high-value target that he's looking for. And Jing did not check the corner here. Or Forsaken who gets taken down. Jing sent back. Divide does manage to find the enemy Viper here at the end of it all. So will be a 4v4 with Victor tagged out to about 30 HP. Lurk from CGRS makes his way forward, staring towards water. Looks like he wants to creep in from behind. And on the opposite side of the map, they're still not necessarily convinced that this is going to be where the spike rests.
They're pinging it out. They're going to make a go for it.
Oh, Jing, I guess seeing just enough to be able to get that kill. Follows up with a second before Som takes his head off. Now a 2v2, but CGRS getting tucked away. And here comes Arnis sprinting in, completely unawares. The Seeker goes forward. Som looks to clear it. Divine spotting him. Flash out. A decent turn, but knows that he has to pay attention to his rear as well as they continue to encroach. It's not going to be through the window. It's going to be through Secret, but it doesn't even matter. CGRS will get the lurk onto Artis, whereas Divine will hold down the site. PRX fight back. Once again, bring it to within 2.
And I love the beginning of this round here for PRX. It keeps NRG just off balance enough that they can't quick rotate over to the site. And then they pump the brakes right as they come towards the entry of A. They wait things out. They give CGRS that time to get in through water to find that pick on the rotating Artis. And that gives them this 2v1 that they're able to secure. And now it's going to be NRG taking a timeout, trying to readjust here. I think maybe a little bit more mid-presence going to be shown here from NRG. Seems to be getting more and more comfortable, and that's so scary for these other teams because it's not only was it hard to predict what PRX was going to be doing coming into this event because of the situation with something, but also because CGRS's playstyle, there isn't much tape on it. There was one Gecko Icebox. That map's not even in the pool anymore. So good luck figuring out exactly what they want to do.
Let's see here. Site widely conceded. Wrap around from Victor, getting himself moved up through Link to get closer to the side of CGRS. Is just going to be dropping the lockdown. Victor's still 2 off, so cannot use a replying one to try to further delay them. The site can be taken. Still taking their time. Moving forward and Forsaken. He does a double updraft again. Catches Victor. Picks him off right there in the Link. Fantastic play. That was Completely unexpected. Forsaken now running out of knives, however, 9 HP trying to exit. The Reckoning still looking to lock him in place. Wrap around from behind, Crashies arriving, throws out the pop flash. Mind Freak still going to be unscouted, but Crashies knows that there's just going to be far too many players in this position. CGRS now finds Artist. They look to hold that spike down to half, but they cannot do it. Now the hot hands comes in. Vanessa's caught up by it, ends up getting taken down. Crashies with one, but Mind Freak trades it back, and suddenly it's just Som left standing all on his lonesome. Reckoning committed, but in a 1v4. As PRX look to go ahead and add a 5th round in. Jing will just go ahead and take the challenge. Close it out. PRX damn near flawless. Just Forsaken going down and not a weapon lost in the round.
Yeah, and just another beautiful entry here from Forsaken. He's been really good on some of these opening duels, especially when he's got the knives out. And then they're able, this time with that lockdown, to get that plant down securely. It's something that they've been having a tough time with their lack of smokes, those lack of walls. This time around, you're able to use the lockdown as a kind of pseudo wall to give you the ability to get that plant down. Great job here on the backside by Mind Freak and company to keep Crashies in check, give themselves that round. Really well handled here by PRX.
Meanwhile, I believe Jing is about to use his 4th ultimate of the game.
Yep. It's been a lot.
Gravity well invested, goes rushing forward, is quickly dealt with and snaps back. As they now just go ahead and pull away. So no real establishment found here. Over towards A main, instead it's just gonna be 3 members stacked up. Forsaken in the meantime, going on a bit of a walkabout. Worked his way through mid, which is widely unoccupied, just giving this triple stack. Artist is holding Art. We see Victor over at B. Natty continued to swing forward.
God.
Forsaken may have just been able to find the enemy jet, but instead he's going to push all the way around. He's going to be looking for this monstrous backstab as the Trailblazer goes in, confirms his hefty presence still here at A main.
I mean, NRG hasn't moved a muscle. They're just sitting here at A main, and it's dead. Som's gone.
Finds one, still more to do. Forsaken going to be spotted, manages to stabilize the aim just fast enough to come up with the kill, but has to back away. 29 HP remaining. Artist comes to the rescue, sets up the operator here on the corner, comes away with one, swings out, gets a second. Mind Freak. Now the last one standing, 12 HP. Right as Victor arrives to the A site, Mind Freak just going to go ahead, cut tail, and go sprinting to the opposite side of the map. Because of this cosmic divide, Victor not necessarily aware of this quite just yet.
Oh, this is so brilliant here. You know, there's no sound, no idea what's going on the other side of this, and now Victor's about to find out the hard way, but still with that smoke there, he has to respect that maybe Mind Freak was hanging out over here. He pops his nano to maybe buy himself a little bit of extra time. Doesn't really get much out of it. And Mind Freak gonna plan out in the open, only 12 HP. Just gonna have to win this duel quickly. Any stray bullet from Victor will secure him the round.
Mind Freak not getting into any super cheesy positions. Just playing here straight up on the cubby. As Victor has to go ahead. He has to search. He has to wonder. The tap, the stare towards Link. The swing coming in, but Mind Freak not able to find the kill. That's gonna be Victor closing it out. A 7-5 half with NRG out in front.
Yeah, good patience, good diligence here from Victor. Being very aware of the situation and finding that win. But, I mean, honestly, this went pretty good for the side of PRX. I'm sure they'd like it to be better. You know, it is kind of their chosen side.
Yes.
But all things considered, this went better than I thought it would. I put it that way. I mean, you know, again, it's because without that Viper and without that Harbor, the ability to control that B site that they really kind of beat their head against early on in this half was just
get ready to go into the second half and see how CGRS is going to fare. Moving over here onto the defense. The Phoenix as well does become a little bit rougher when you change those sides. So PRX, how do they want to go about this? For now, it looks like it's going to be very heavy mid pressure and it's getting ready to be applied.
Yeah, I think they want to check this cubby here that Artis is moving into. I think they've identified off that turret that this could be possible.
Forsaken's got one, curveball out into the hand, and Artist finds one. Not gonna be full flash, but Jing still swinging out, finds one. Som now, not sure which way to look, will get taken down as the dust settles. 3v3, Divide with a healing can top up Forsaken as well. Nano Swarm goes across just to get a little bit of damage there on the finesse, as the Poison Orb does get set up.
Oh, it's a great read here by PRX, but Artist just catches him a little bit off guard. A great shot by Crashies.
Same with Crash, he's finding Forsaken. CGRS inside of the smoke. Crashies finds him as well. Turns his sights back over towards Divide. The knife is out. Frenzy drawn. Spots him. Legs it back into the hall. 2 players set there. Divide just desperately trying to get some information. The Trailblazer is at the ready. Sends it. Trying to see what he can get. Spots 2. But he's running out of time. turret there. Probably realizing that getting onto the spike, trying to get this defuse, likely not going to happen, especially as that Nano Swarm does come through, but wants to try to take somebody down with him. Spots Finesse, a bit of damage exchange between the two of them, but Finesse will be the one coming in on top with 14 HP remaining. Spike will detonate. NRG picking up a second pistol round.
Yeah, NRG taking both pistols. And again, not a bad read here by PRX. That turret, they understood what NRG was trying to do, just happened a little bit faster than they expected. And then Crashy's taking some space, pushing through, kind of taking a page out of PRX's book there. Something they love to do is to get deep into your flanks. And he's able to find a huge kill there to cut off any real semblance of a coordinated retake attempt from PRX. Just completely cuts them apart, and then CGRS and Devi a little bit off kilter, a little bit off beat. PRX gonna full stack here.
Flash going in, catches quite a few of them, answering flash out. Devi with the right clicks will be able to take down Crashies. Forsaken now, dashing in behind the box. Wizard draws their attention for a little bit longer. Orb gonna be picked up. Jing, once again, gonna be the focus here, just trying to get those ults online for the Phoenix. Creeps across, grabs the gun, looks to make his exit. He's got the hot hands as well as Devi to try to heal him up should it be necessary. All things considered though, Devi, worse for wear, 1 HP in a dream, trying to stay in this. It's Forsaken, Finesse, shoulder to shoulder, but Forsaken doesn't peek the corner. Finesse mows down a third, and brings this round right back into their favors. Oh boy! Both players absolutely terrified of each other given the circumstances. They go their separate ways as the spike will get planted here on A by Sam. Devi and CGRS. Question is, can they find any additional value? Can they take some of these weapons away from NRG? Peek comes in. The instant headshot, not even necessary, but you love to see the accuracy.
We take those. Now, see at this point, CGRS wanting to die to the spike. Sam, very aware of it, wants to see if he can come in and finish the job. Doesn't want to push too far, doesn't want to maybe give away that gun, and yeah, for NRG, they're happy to take their prize and move on to the next round. So what started out pretty interestingly and pretty well for PRX kind of falls apart there as Finesse able to survive with that Spectre and get 3 kills. Just really good stuff, and then it looks like a cat seeing itself in the mirror there. They both just like look up and, oh no, okay, we gotta go.
CGRS he's given some consideration to whether or not he should just grab the Bulldog and dip out of there, but seems like he's still gonna be worried about somebody watching that potential exit over towards Art. So opposite just died to the spike at the end of it all, but a very incredible start now for NRG. Here on their map pick in the second half, a 4-round stretch lead. PRX gonna be looking to get themselves online here in the second half right here. See if they can manage it. As for now, heavy presence into mid from NRG. 3 players cutting over towards Art. Artist looks like he's gonna be joining them. Thought maybe he was gonna go pushing through the doors. As Forsaken is up top, but Finesse just tucked in behind.
They suspect it. With that poison cloud there, you know that it's pretty likely that somebody might have snuck in there. Flash is confirming that at least there's a presence somewhere near that door. And the orb goes back up and Finesse goes back out. And NRG going to be taking their time. Going to be really trying to figure out where all the pieces of PRX are. And for sure, they know that Devi is over at B. They've got that. And so they don't want to mess with that Sky utility too much. Maybe try to put some pressure on CGRS. Maybe see if you can find him, take him down. See if you can kind of, pick on a little bit on the inexperience of the player. I would, if I was NRG, I'd try to see if I could maybe make him crumble a little bit.
He's going to need to be big here. This attack gets ready to come through. They do have the stars set up. Alarm bot is getting pulled forward. Drop down. Artist looking to try to clear out dugout. Will get taken out. Mindfreak with a nice headshot as CGRS looks to hold the stairs. Mindfreak with another. Victor going to be gone. So far it's looking clean and the time is just dwindling. 12 seconds. This stab here from Finesse off the flank would need to be absolutely monstrous to try to get them into a plant position, but instead he will fall. 78 HP. Sam just looking to back away. See if he can get anything off. Some over-aggression here from the side of PRX, but it's going to be a flawless at the end of it here as they finally find their first round in the second half.
Yeah, just a really good hold here on the site from PRX. Able to kind of dodge a lot of that utility find the entry player. You know, even with that cascade coming in to try to help Artis, Mind Freak just reads it really well. CGRS on the other side, holding his ground. So just a good, you know, defensive strategy there from PRX that pays off. Of course, the weaker round by for NRG previously. Now the Bulldog going to be carried over for Som rifles, all around the other way. Not too far away from that Viper's Pit or those Seekers.
Playing forward again, though. Here's PRX. Forsaken tucked back, spotting Artis. Dashes away. Jing, however, does swing out from that side. Cubby catches Som. Now without their harbor, and we're talking about how rough it was for PRX. When you're trying to attack this B site, it's going to be just that much, just as rough, I should say, for NRG now. The rest of the round, Victor holding the corner. CGRS going for the ego swing, just a little bit of back and forth, but a great bite out from Finesse will flush Jing into the open, and Crashies takes him down.
Yeah, this is good work here by CGRS. He's got that alarm bot still to play off of.
Seekers online.
Yep, exactly. Crashy's able to find that kill, getting into those Seekers. Now they can use this. A Trailblazer is going to find Victor.
Snowed in, tries to tuck into the corner, but CGRS fast on the chase. Gets up over the top, finds that headshot through. There's Artis. Necessarily anticipating that Forsaken was going to be close on the low ground. Crashies, though, swinging around from behind, starting to rush forward. Decide to turn. They identify now. They absolutely know that he's here. And Devi will win out on the fight. Crashy's going to be taken out. Forsaken finding Artis, and now it's just Finesse left standing. And even though they're stacked up, he just can't even drag the crosshair over there in time. The 7th round now for PRX, back to within 2. As they're getting big economic kickback on the side of NRG.
Yeah, this is huge for PRX and forces a timeout right away from NRG. You know, trying to be a little bit tricky in this round is NRG. They're trying to get a little bit all over the map, but they're countered at basically every turn here by PRX. Again, everyone holding their ground. Individually, this team is not a team that you want to be trying to duel usually, especially when something's here. But, you know, between Jing, Forsaken, Devi has been absolutely just phenomenal throughout this year. Mind Freak playing well today. These guys are very confident in these 1v1s. And when you're taking those, you know, like Victor there, kind of identified by the time we saw him, just been like, man, your timeouts, whoo, bro. I don't know.
It was pretty successful, except for DRX in that one series.
Yeah, just that one time. Well, now you've got Jing's running back. So that's, what, 5? Is that right?
Oh, boy. Flashes out. Som with that hero rifle, putting it to good use. Heals coming through. Crashy's keeping him nice and healthy. And, yeah, Jing does get eliminated nice and early. Talking about, you know, being willing to take those aim duels. And Jing now gone. It's up the team significantly, but okay, I don't want to watch Devi. I want to see Mind Freak. Comes up with 2 right there. Now Devi cutting across, just sprays it down, managing to find 2 quick kills for himself. Pop Flash not going to connect, gets up close and personal, runs out of bullets, and Finesse with a recovered Vandal will be able to put him down. Brings us into a potentially winnable position, but does he get the read that they are behind him? Seems like the answer is yes. Getting flashbacks to
so
Buzz in this
smart.
very position. Nothing, no pressure from the front. Goes for the Jingle Forsaken. Will be able to push the corner and finish him up before you draw that weapon down once more. You see a big smile on Jason's face, but for PRX, I think that was far too close given the circumstances.
Yes, I fully agree. I mean, I'd rather see Jing's run it back here, popped off the rip. If you're going to just try to aim duel this space, there's no reason in my book. I mean, you're going to be trying to funnel those into Jing's hands anyway. You might as well burn them, even against ecos. It's one of the few alts where I don't mind you seeing it used against eco rounds to try to hamstring them. And then also Finesse, man. This is just so brilliant. The way he reads, expecting that flash there from Devi, pushes ahead of it, catches him, reads the rotation, reads the lurk. So brilliant. Now Forsaken with that op.
All on his lonesome.
Oh boy.
Is it just a timing shot? Flash goes in. He's been playing this position, or Jing has been, rather. It's okay, just up drafts, takes still a nasty bit of damage. Devi not too far away, but see, Forsaken wanted to get himself wrapped around into the back of Hall to be able to still repeat this one. Just sends out a blind shot through the wall, hoping for a straight connection. Heals now, attempting to come through. A little bit closer. The Reckoning is going to be invested. Nebula's getting popped. Jing trying to avoid the stun, rushes up, run it back. Was at the ready, so snaps over to the use point. It's Forsaken. I mean, it's just shot after shot. He says, eventually I got to get one right. The one time he hit a jackpot on the casino, and he's just going to keep going for it now. Dumping all of his bullets until he's got nothing left. Artis looking to hold. Swap over onto the Phantom. Forsaken gonna be good for one. Crashies staving off Jing. Flash over into tunnel. Not gonna find anything though. CGRS will pick up Psalm. 2 members left standing now. As Mind Freak is on the back end. Just trying to pinch from the side of this pit. And yep, he's gonna be able to do so. As soon as Forsaken goes down, Mind Freak just gets the bang through the screen. Finesse pushes out of the pit. Will get taken down. They'll get onto the spike for the defuse. And that is gonna be PRX now tying us up at 9-9.
This is a huge win here for PRX. What a hold by Forsaken, able to just barely get away with his life and then get that op shot through the smoke. Just kept going for it, knowing that that plant is coming down, gets it pinged out by his teammates, then they shuffle it over to Devi. We saw Devi doing really good with that op, and don't forget, he used to be a chamber main last year. So Devi, no slouch with that gun either. But they're able to keep it over for Forsaken, but they're so diligent here. They're really doing a good job of just being patient, waiting for Mind Freak to get into position. Yeah, Jing's happy to take space. Jing's always gonna be the tip of the spear for PRX. Get that extra bit of information. If he finds kills, great. But he's happy to die every round and just keep getting more and more run it backs if necessary. If his team is winning, totally fine.
Forsaken was ready to play anti-flash, but didn't go deep enough.
Get out of my
Popped
way.
behind the wall as, ooh, does take that knife to the shoulder. Artis nearly clipping his head. Nothing spotted. The drop down. Drops in, the right click goes across. Finesse piling in as well. They'll be able to flush him out. Swing in. CGRS Everett with a quick pick. Does take out one at point blank range, so Victor going to be gone to trade out, however, on the Killjoys. And now the man advantage in for the side of NRG, not wanting PRX to be able to take this lead. Curveball through. Jing trying to find Psalm, but Psalm strikes him down. Now it's all on Devi and Mind Freak. 2 of the veterans here on the squad. Devi coming away with one. Swing out, Finesse getting the other. Mind Freak again approaching from B main. He's running out of time. Nebula goes up the wall as well. Some tucking into the corner, looking to try to hold this one to half, and they will just be able to spray him down. Thrifty win comes through. Our 3rd of the map, I do believe, but this time for NRG to once again reestablish a lead.
Yeah, and you can see NRG this time really want to make sure that they deal with Forsaken, but Forsaken, I think, kind of miscalculates in the timing he has to be safe in that back alley. I think he expected maybe he'd have a little bit more preparation, but NRG just W key gaming here to take Forsaken down. And I think Forsaken, if he could have that round back, he'd fall back a little bit further, try to get to the safety of his teammates, because he was the only one there anchoring that B side at that moment. He had no backup. And now they're gonna shuffle the flashes back over for PRX, and Jing is good for one.
He's good for one, but that's about it. So they still do lose him, but that's gonna be entry power taken away. As the Trailblazer does go ahead and take a quick little peek. A glance back. Devi now in a rough position. You've got nothing really to try to bail him out of this spot. The bite doesn't go deep enough to find the kill, but his supporting power in CGRS ends up falling. As he tries to exit, he will also get struck down. Forsaken swinging around, gets himself situated on the site, but I mean, Mind Freak's been doing this round over round, so now they're very much anticipating that this back flank is going to be coming through. Turret has to be cleared up. Looks like he's still going to stay here in this position. They could just rush him. It looks like that's going to be the call. Oh, yep. Loading quite a bit.
Well, now that they know where both players are, they can swing all the way back over to A if they so choose here. Forsaken just planting himself down long B, watching it through. Mind Freak continuing to settle towards the double doors in mid. Yeah, but all 4 members of NRG.
I mean, they just have to be conceding this.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, take the A site, plant it, let the spike go off. We're just going to be holding on to things. You know, you have that operator in hand. You want to be able to carry that over. Have that extra bit of oomph. Especially now, you know, knowing that NRG has one of their own. Spike will just be planted. PRX will concede. So we got a little bit of time. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the beginning of this round. I mean, again, it's changes from both teams. PRX trying to push space early, trying to see if they can punish some of these aggressive push-outs that NRG has been doing out of B main. And Jing, yeah, he's good for one, but then Devi gets cornered in the cubby and gets eliminated here by some great utility usage from NRG. And then, of course, like you pointed out, you know, they're prepared for the lurks from Mind Freak this time. I would have liked to have seen maybe, it's hard to say for sure, Forsaken was being so aggressive with this op. You know, he was pushing all the way in towards site, and then he rotated back. probably wise to, to the situation, wanted to keep the op in play for the next round. But, really setting up for a crunch there was PRX. They just couldn't quite execute it. And NRG is steadying very nicely.
Once again, a bit of a weakness of the comp that they're kind of shoehorned into running.
Yes.
Just given the lack of something on this roster. Because otherwise, you have Devi in that kind of position, or if it's Forsaken playing forward, you can throw that harbor wall. You can give them a better chance of trying to get out of there, but without
PRX in the last couple rounds at times, but NRG is just getting a better read overall and having some really good executes. Some good mid-round adjustments, some good on-the-fly adjustments that we're seeing. And again, they can really abuse this space with all these smokes that they have. The flash is to clear. That one even gets Forsaken full blind.
It looked like he didn't quite think it was going to pop where it did. Now has to back away. The Trailblazer rushing in. Instead of CGRS, and Forsaken finds a quick pick. So I'm going to be taken down. Just given the way that he's been playing, given what that Harbor Util can give you, absolutely such a high-value target to be found by Forsaken. Just a glimpse there of Victor, but just not quite fast enough to be able to get the punish. Has to now back away as the lockdown comes through. Narrowly avoids that one turn on the flash. Almost has the lineup. Gets the dash back available. Manages to make his exit. Devi puts that Bulldog to get used, taking down Finesse. Victor in the meantime. Catching CTRS. Oh, but it's ever so whiffy, and CTRS stabilizes before Victor can. Artis will get Forsaken to find a kill in the round, but the op will be scooped back up by PRX into their welcoming arms. And that brings them now within one.
And I like the change here from PRX, identifying that they need to give Forsaken some backup. Of course, it helps when Forsaken's hitting some great shots along the way.
I thought he was going to have a clat there.
I did too. That was absolutely nasty. But Devi on point with that Bulldog. CGRS kind of getting away with one. But hey, you'll take those lucky situations when you're giving them.
It happens.
It does. Happens to everybody.
I mean, there's going to be people in the chat who are calling it out and saying, but that's how you guys aim most of the time. That's just a one-off.
They wouldn't be wrong.
Anyway, into the round, Forsaken again, really looking to up the aggression. Trailblazer through! The smoke dissipates, he pulls out the knives, he manages to find a second one before getting taken down. Again, somehow not getting collapsed. Either way, though, the 2 kills are going to get picked up, and that puts PRX in with a man advantage. Big scout forward from Mind Freak all the way over at A. As Jing just goes for the jiggle, but the run it back is available. He could go for the rush play as soon as they hear that spike committed to.
Devi one away from the Seekers as well. So if he can find a kill, he can make this retake really powerful.
He's going for it, the pit! Dropped in by Finesse, but Jing does catch him just fast enough. Victor. And Jing just go ahead and shove it back, finds the second one. Jing will trade it. The Killjoy is now going to be taken down, and that leaves Artis in a 1v1. The full flash comes in. Jing will scoop a third kill here. The defuse will come through, and we are tied up 11-11 yet again. PRX says, you are not getting away from us.
I mean, what an opener here from Forsaken to find those 2 kills. And then Jing coming up big when they need him most with that run it back. I mean, finally, that cycling of it is going to pay off. Now you're going to get Devi on the Seekers as well coming out of this round. Huge stuff from him and the combo there with the Nova Pulse and Jing on point with the curveball. And those are those situations where Phoenix is so powerful on this map, around those 90-degree angles. Really able to abuse those nicely. Oh, love to see it. This is what we wanted to see today.
Already such an amazing way to kick things off as Artis just going to go for the double updraft here. Get the auto back in a moment. Just looking for a target. Instead, Jing says, you know what? I want a 10th ult in this game. I don't know what the count is at. Obviously, it's significant. There we go. So now it's just going to be 2 charges away from having that one at the ready. Still going to be humping around over in A main alongside Mind Freak. They might just get to do battle here against Victor and Finesse. Starting to swing in. Jing just trying to play this as patiently as he can, but it's a decent amount of damage there off the bite. Doesn't have the hot hands to heal. Sends out the flash. Finesse gonna be good for it. Victor good for the other. 2 players taken down. Great punish here from NRG, shutting down the aggression as Artis gets up over the top, but Devi is just not ready for it at all. Swing out now into the back sight. Artis to displace Forsaken out of secret. Swaps around on the weapon and catches Forsaken, snipes him out of the air. CTRS with 12 HP. will get taken down. It's just Psalm to die as NRG will lock in map point.
Oh boy, I don't mind the idea here a bit from PRX, but then when the position's basically kind of red by Finesse, he throws that snake bite in there, displaces Jing, and then they try to go for the flash push. Okay, well, he's just full flash and gets the kill. Insane stuff from Finesse. Just great awareness. So, again, don't mind the idea from PRX. Just a better reaction here, and then NRG hits the go button, and Artis was good for it. CGRS with that lockdown to try to get set up for these retakes. Gonna be a big piece of this round. Stay alive, maybe get a little deep. Hot hands, keep Artis at bay, trying to buy some space here.
Getting the orb.
Yep, to get the run it back.
2 ults available, Crashies with the Seekers. No one else really close by.
Here.
Forsaken just gonna be backing away, throws down a ping in Art, so suspecting that little wrap around that flank is gonna be coming in, but Artis catches Mindfreak off guard. Smokes and Gravity Wells now taken out of their hands. A Seeker let loose. Forsaken with the Guardian, clearing one out. Crashies now looking to push into him, and he instantly gets the headshot. Down 2 members. Artis tucked around here in the corner. Jing somehow wins out that fight, and that's where they run it back. Sends out the flash, not spotting anything else. Snaps back over in the dugout. Is Devi? Does he read this one? The answer is yes. Finesse gonna be taken down on the flank. Now a 3v3 with a lockdown still in play here for CGRS, but he needs to win out this fight. The timing, have they noted each other? Looks like the answer is absolutely yes. And wisely, CGRS pulls away, just looking to hold the door. In the meantime, Victor, Psalm, advancing forward. The flash comes in, the wall goes up. Devi gets in front of this. But 20 seconds without a flash, without any other util. Spots one, gets the transfer! Devi finds 3, and suddenly it's on Crashies to try to avoid going into overtime. The flash connecting, Devi with a 4K! 12 to 12, we continue onward.
What an insane round from Devi. He reads the rotation from Finesse, gets the Hawk to confirm the presence at B, and just pushes right in there and takes 2 down. Just unbelievable. And then gets the 4th, the icing on the cake. Ridiculous stuff, the clutch master in VCT Pacific. Devi stepping up big once again for PRX. Let's go.
He's just giggly at the end of it all, but here in map, talking about it, who is gonna win, the hive mind or the mastermind? They're no closer to finding out. As Victor just taking a little shoulder shot there from Jing. He's looking for that nice and early pick. Not found. Off the back of that, it's gonna be a full rotate out of B main here from PRX. Now turning their sights towards A, but this double creep up here. Psalm and Artis could find impact. Jing gonna be the first one to fall. CGRS still looking like he wants to fight. They force the dash out. The wall goes up. Trailblazer to try to chase there. Doesn't get the tag. Crashies in the meantime, just jiggling back and forth, looking over towards Art, but now looks like he's going to start rotating around. Maybe into flowers, perhaps, or wants to check for water.
God, and that's one of those situations where that harbor utility is so valuable for NRG, and why it's so difficult for PRX on this attacker side. And these attacker side rounds are going to be so critical for PRX. If they can convert one, gotta feel their chances are good, but Finesse hasn't seen him yet. He has no idea.
Oh, and that is going to be a rude awakening. Psalm as well taken down at the same time on the opposite side of the map. 3v4, NRG trying to win this one out. Victor, though, just eating damage from every which way that he tries to turn. And now he might get timing from behind if Forsaken decides to swing the corner. He has not. In the meantime, Crashies fallen. Devi gets Victor. And Artis arrives. They know exactly where he's at. 16 seconds of plant coming down. It's out into the open. Devi, he needs to reposition for this one. Mindfreak trying to get out here. No, they just take the fight to him. The spike plant be damned. They say this is overtime. That doesn't get us extra money. We are out for blood.
Unbelievable. That's the most PRX ending to a round you'll ever see. Just, we don't need to plant the spike. Let's just get the kills. And Forsaken, they're able to sneak underneath the noses, and then some great smokes here from Mindfreak. Once they identify Victor revealed his presence, didn't get a kill there in the back alley. And then they're able to isolate him. Mindfreak doing such a good job being so quick to react with those Astra Stars and smokes. NRG, it's really been everybody contributing in their wins so far here at Tokyo Masters. And now, again, everybody's contributing. CGRS continues to play phenomenally. And Finesse getting pushed aggressively by Jing. He has to hightail it out of here. All the utility, the Nano Swarm's gonna do a ton of damage to Artis on the way in.
Artis looking to flush him out. We'll be able to find him, Mind Freak. Dead nice and early here. Artis not worked too low, but the healing's still going to be coming through. Crashies putting him back to 100. Also taking a forward position that will be scouted very quickly. Flash around the corner, answering flash out. Crashies completely dodges that. Cloudburst in, Forsaken swings, finds two before getting taken out by Som. And that brings it now back to parity. A 3v3, Som, if you can get one more, the ult would be online. It's going to be Victor who takes away that kill. Som tagged up just a bit, raises the wall, tap onto the spike. Jing trying to hold this one a half, tucks back around the corner, but now he's all on his lonesome, throws at the curveball, doesn't know which way to look. Vanessa will find the final two to tie it up at 13-13. We reset, we go again. We re-go again. Here we go again is what I mean to say.
There you go. Dude, this is just so nice here from NRG. Just dial up some quick aggression off that contact that Finesse has over on the B side. And Artis, even though he gets dinged up by the Nano Swarms, goes down to about half off of that full armor, still able to find that huge opening frag that gives them the space. And then Victor and Som getting aggressive onto CGRS off that turret up towards Art. Love the play here from NRG. Love the aggression against PRX. Just keep them guessing, just like they do to you all the time. And Artis.
Forsaken dealt with very swiftly. Not ready for that angle at all. Fully anticipating the pressure to be applied elsewhere, just given that smoke setup. The rest of PRX now creeping their way over towards B, but it's a triple stack for the side of NRG. CGRS still just an age away. Just poking his head out into Art at the moment. Art is behind the screen. Bite thrown down. And that's just trying to save them up for the time being. They're spraying through. They really suspect that somebody's going to be here. They do knock him down to 64 HP. Swings out of the corner, goes into the Nano Swarm for a brief little moment. It's going to be the Blaze Wall from Jing to take him down. Of all things, just so much thrown his way and no great escape route. And now that is going to be both teams without their jets. The round completely cracked open. CGRS on the flank. He's made it all the way through into their spawn. And he could be instrumental. He's tucked away into the corner. Crashes at the same time, though. Looking to backstab. The swing in, he's playing it out patiently. There's one, there's two. Jing in the meantime finds one on the opposite side, but Som comes up with eliminations. The spike grabbed. Mind Freak, can he exit fast enough? The answer is going to be no. The reckoning at the ready. Instantly invested. A 1v1 to see who can take this now to map point. CGRS. The stand-in. He knows he needs to rush this down. He needs to play for the kill. There's not enough time to go for the plan. He's swinging around the corner, and he manages to get it done! Some with a shorty doesn't find him! PRX, they take it to 14!
You gotta be kidding me! The sub for PRX at the last second again! Unbelievable! I'm lost for words. It's so incredible. The way that they do this whole round from CGRS. Doing what Som is doing on the complete opposite side. Both teams having the exact same reaction there.
And I don't blame you. It felt like it was in hand. It's not over yet, though. We go once more into the breach. Four-man rush taking A main control. Orb can be theirs on the side of NRG. Playing quite far back here is PRX. Mind Freak as well. Not looking to get situated into that dugout position. Has been flushed out by Artis so many times before, so yeah, lets it go over his way. Some answering spam, just minor connection. Flash through, they're playing anti though, CGRS and I hold the line. In the meantime, Spike gonna be planted within the cove, back over onto the side. Jing wins on the fight, Victor gonna be taken down, suddenly it's just Finesse and Som left standing. He's trying to spray him, but he just falls down. Forsaken will get the last one. And it is a flawless round for PRX to take it. 15-13, Pearl is theirs.
What a beautiful adjustment from PRX in that last round, expecting the A hit, and this time they pull back. They don't try to fight NRG at the point of contact. They give up the space, they wait for the reinforcements, and then they start knocking them down.
What an unbelievable map between these two squads, but PRX.
Difficult to attack that site, so I'm curious here if NRG is going to be looking to attack the C site a lot, use their utility to clear the Cypher setups, clear Forsaken out of space, potentially and try to use that as their sort of curveball that they're talking about to throw here. Initially expecting some contact out of C is NRG, but instead, everybody just holding pat for PRX. They don't want to push through. You know, Forsaken actually over on the A side with the trips on opposite sides of the A side itself. It's going to be the setup for them.
And with those, though, not going to be able to slow them up too much, because it's going to be a very long rotate for 3 players on the side of PRX.
And I'll be curious what the situation looks like here for PRX when NRG, if NRG comes through onto A with that toxic screen going up, pings coming out, orb potentially going to be taken as well. Forsaken just needs to kind of hold the line here, play his life, don't go down, get the rest of PRX in, and yeah, it's fast reinforcements for PRX.
And towards the back of the side spike. Still not being brought in quite just yet, though. They say, okay, we think that we pulled the rotations. Now they're going to try to cut over towards B, but there's 3 players waiting here. As the Dizzy goes out and answering nade, they just try to usher them back over towards A, and it has worked out. Mind Freak, center sight, sees one. Victor swings and gets both. Takes him down. Forsaken. Mind Freak now going to be gone. Artist as well. Hovering back over towards Rubble. Takes out Jing, gets the tink across. The going to fall, runs out of bullets, still manages to break line of sight. And now CGRS, what else he can do is pick up a kill here, try to get an extra little charge towards that Thrash, but NRG will be taking a 3rd pistol round win here in the series.
Yeah, continuing to be flawless on these pistols so far here in this series. Just really good mid-rounding from NRG. This is the NRG that you kind of expect to see, where they're kind of toying with you, where they feel that they're giving up this space a little bit too easily onto A. So let's shift over to B. Maybe we could have pulled the rotations. They shift over to B, they see that there's quite a few players there. Okay, just back over to A then. There's still at least a couple over there. Let's take the space we've been given. We've confirmed that that space is free enough, and we can get in through there. PRX now trying to push aggressively up behind the rocks. Swarming over towards the C site.
Nothing noted, but yeah, pretty much nobody within audio range of this one either, so quick rotate. Can't come through, but they're very much sussing out that the C site is going to be occupied by this point. There's a Sheriff in the hands of Devi, a shorty there for Jing. See if they can get any damage done. As for now, it's looking like Jing is going to go pushing up towards Waterfall, but that is being watched by Crashies with that Spectre at range. A little bit whippy. I mean, some nice headshots in the first round there from Artist, but can't quite line it up. Mind Freak gets the better of him. Dizzy out, Finesse able to clear it fast enough. As Forsaken will get taken out. CGRS pushes through, will find some. Instantly dealt with, and I mean, if you're Jing, it's just, what do you do? You're in such a bad spot. Unless they're going to come to you, which it looks like Victor is thinking about. You're going to have a rough time, but yep, gets a little bit of timing there as Jing wants to just swing on the corner. Devi with a nice shot. Will make this somewhat costly. 3 players taken out on the side of NRG. As he looks for a little bit more, gets Victor to boot. And that's some decent impact found here from the side of PRX.
Yeah, you'll absolutely take that round. With how much damage you're able to do to NRG, with what little you would expect them to normally be able to carry over, but they do have quite a few creds floating around, so they are going to go ahead and purchase up those rifles in this round. So, able to bank up enough of an economy here is NRG.
Oh, Forsaken swapping sides, and he's got an Odin.
Yep. This is what I love to see. The C-side Cypher from Forsaken. Just locking this down. But again, this extra utility for NRG. Not going to catch any of that Cypher utility off the rip just yet.
I mean, he's just going to go ahead and rotate around the backside of the site here. He's watching the cam. Victor ready for it. Clears it out, so no dart's going to be found. And the Trailblazer will help clear out some of these trap wires that are set up. Certain where he is located. Just waiting this out. Some TP's over into the corner. Some spray down, and Forsaken will be able to find one for his troubles. Puts a little bit of extra damage down to Crashies as well. Pulls back. Lower sight. Oh boy, it's just gonna be Odin things, huh? Forsaken with 3. Crashies now trying to hold the line. They're swinging into 4. Is he really gonna get an ace with the Odin here in round number 3? Now Swarm invested. Artist trying to hold the line. CGRS is gonna be taken out, and of course he gets it! Oh, Forsaken! The most dishonest weapon in the game, claims himself an ace to get PRX on the board.
This is what I was talking about at the beginning of this map. He's so disgusting on this, and this time he doesn't really even have to use any of his own utility, except that it just confirms the presence of NRG. Smokes go up, Odin goes Burr, and down goes NRG. This absolutely just phenomenal, and this is what makes him so nasty. His game sense, his ability to kind of predict the way that NRG is going to want to play and attack his C-site holds. He reads it perfectly. He just plays back, he just waits, he lets them use all that utility to clear out his utility of his own, and just unbelievable.
And Crashy's hero rifle invested. One off having those Seekers online. Artist in the meantime, given the early impact found, as well as that last little kill onto CTRS, does get him a lockdown. Finesse has already taken enough space to potentially get a very nice setup to flush out that A site.
They're all,
well,
this is 6 in a row. Hold on.
That it is.
I'm starting to tally.
Okay, we'll see how high that goes. Still advancing forward, though. Hero rifle is recovered, and Victor puts it to good use. Finds Mind Freak. Spike now getting planted. Aid coming through, lands right at Victor's feet. Gets around the corner just fast enough. The Void getting taken out by it. Jing now eliminated. And they're starting to turn this one on its head. Forsaken going to fall. The Vi as well. Take it out. Now it's just CGRS, and the Odin is in the hands of Som. He says, yep, I could use this as well. Artist just playing contact off the turret. Makes his presence known. Nanoswarm not cleared out. And with no money, CGRS just going to have to drift away, you would expect. Perhaps just waiting to see if he can get anybody on the exit, but they're not going to be coming towards him, at least not yet. No, the back off. They'll move back over towards the attacking side. CGRS will go his separate way. It's going to be NRG, not allowing for the tie-up to come through. 3-1.
I think the best I can gather here for PRX, because they get that opening kill down A towards the orb, and then I think they expected a rotate. I think they kind of overthought this hit from NRG. Instead, NRG just continues to push base and kind of catches Mind Freak a little bit off guard. So immediately, PRX is going to pump the brakes here, kind of readdress the situation, maybe do a little bit more diligence with confirming how NRG is moving.
Hero Thefto Seekers are at the ready. A slightly weaker buy here for the side of Mind Freak, who's going to be carrying a Stinger alongside the Bulldog from CGRS. Triple presence just outside of Mound here. Towards the C side. CGRS just going for the Jiggle Peaks. Hasn't found any of the utility yet, and Som just one-taps him with that Guardian. Absolutely monstrous. The site completely open. And Cypher setup as well. Not here.
Look at Finesse.
There's nothing to delay them as Victor goes jumping forward. Showstopper out, gets the catch. Forsaken cannot exit fast enough, and this is a fantastic adjustment here from NRG. Off the back of just that one tap. Very perfect read, and now just 3 players left. Devi can upgrade to the Bulldog. Do they try to play this one out versus 5? They know that lockdown is also going to be available, so it seems like they just want to try to hold these weapons as much as possible. Finesse lingering on the outskirts here, will get taken down. Force Jing to buy some armor, but they cannot get that elimination. Now Bulldog can be upgraded.
Yeah, it's still just a really good reaction again from NRG. You just find that opening pick, and then you just kind of punish the space that PRX likely has given up. If they're going to get that aggressive early, there's likely not too much behind it. So you're able to just get in there. That gives Finesse the ability to roam the map. Yeah, he dies. It's good awareness by PRX, but still kind of confirms the retreat, and that, you know, you're likely to do some damage in there. And of course, the money looks like he's going to be a little bit awkward. Yeah, a Bulldog for Forsaken. Didn't have quite enough to get a 5th rifle in there. And again, Artist still sitting on this lockdown, so you still have that incredibly powerful ult in the pocket, because NRG just hasn't needed to use it.
Yeah, and whether it was a kill or that death that he just suffered, Finesse now has that pit at the ready, so if they can get early control of the site, just look to completely lock PRX out of it. Tap on the door. It's a bit of a bait here. Forsaken seeing if he can spot anybody over towards Rubbles. Shots do ring out.
Screen down.
Screen goes down, CGRS Looking to push past Mound and get himself into a really aggressive position, it would seem. Just holding back, wary that they might shift their attention from the A site over towards C.
Now you've got Jing rotating in here. They're still expecting this A hit, and with that camera there to confirm, NRG still has time to pull back. They don't have to fully invest themselves in this just yet. Finesse putting some attention towards that door. The Trailblazer in there. It's going to be dealt with. Yeah.
Fight across, seeing what he can find. Shot sprayed in, reopen on the door, Forsaken. Not really wanting to stay in this position. Gets that full flash, has to back away. Another follow-up flash comes in. He swings on the corner, throws out that near ult depth. The door again swinging. He's gonna try to stay alive, waiting for the download to complete. Gets it tucked into the corner, finds the second one, looks for the third, can't make it happen. Artis cleans him up. Now the lockdown gonna be invested. Over at the tree, Jing swings out, however, gets the timing on a finesse. Finishes him off, goes to jump across, gets himself into stairs. Still needs to exit though. Sam and Artis both tagged up. See how they try to approach this one. Boombot to clear close, has to be taken down. An Artis drops to the low ground, sends out a nano just to try to delay. Sam over a drop, finds Jing, brings it back into a 2v2. CGRS though will be good for the last two. Cleans it up, the fuse can come in, handing off to Devi to try to get those Seekers back online once more. PRX will find their second round win.
And he has been so good on this map for PRX. Some huge clutches yesterday for them. Just absolutely comfortable on Gecko on this map. And I love the way that Jing sticks around here, finds a big kill, kind of catch him off guard as they're retreating away from the lockdown, and then able to get himself out and reset. Sam able to find a good angle from drop. And now this is a very stacked up PRX team, expecting some kind of A hit. They love to stagger this utility here. Plus you have the Thrash behind all of this, the showstopper as well in the back pocket for Jing.
Flash in, Finesse fully anticipating that Mindfreak is going to be rotating over. He's absolutely rewarded. Gets that kill. Mindfreak gone nice and early, and Crashies can bring him back to full. So healing will come in. Artis going to be receiving the orbs, trying to get that next lockdown ready.
But look at the way PRX is already shifting towards this C side, and now you got to deal with his Odin again.
Surely he can't get an ace again. You have to be thinking. Nate to try to cut him off into the back. Cancel on the TP. Cam goes out. He's trying to get that dart across onto Victor. Didn't manage to make the connection in time, though. Now the pit is going to be invested from Finesse. They try to make this as unassailable as possible. Oh, the showstopper goes out. It takes him low, but it doesn't find the eliminations. Crashies and Victor both tagged up. Nano Swarm, the Thrash now dealt with on the back end. Dizzy as well goes through. A nice flash, gets that full blind. They look to swing around the side of Mound. Fight using that Trailblazer, but they know that he is close. And now he's the last one standing. It's full flashed, and Crashies will be able to set up for the kill. Finesse with a 4K in the meantime, as NRG will lock in their 5th round win of the half.
Yeah, really good diligence here from NRG on the backside of this. Using that utility this time to clear Forsaken, to push him back. Don't give him that comfort. It's the paranoia into the paint shells, into the snake bite, to push him out of the site. Don't use it to clear that utility this time. Just make sure you don't have to worry about that Odin. And then Artis, so aware on the back end, ready for this Gecko utility. It's been something that PRX is doing the last couple times on this map, is Devi and CGRS staggering together with their flashes, with these blinds, to try to get their kills.
Boombot goes off. Jing, blinded out, needs the damage. Does have the Sky nearby. Healing comes through, but again, it's going to be Forsaken all on his lonesome this time with that Marshal in hand, trying to stave off 5 players from the side of NRG who are not being very ambiguous, very secretive about their intentions. Rush over towards A. Trailblazer might have even spotted him. Up on the high ground, he drops down and just can't quite get those shots to connect. Victor wins it out. Satchel thrown, paint shells. He's on the opposite side. Just looking to try to deny that plan, but it comes through all the same. 5 members strong here on the site. Artis with a little bit of a linger. Over towards Link doors. Jing sends him swinging into the spray, taken down. Double approach around the back, and Finesse just cuts him down to size. A flawless round for NRG. Finding themselves with a very firm lead, 4 rounds up.
And this is the NRG we love to see. Just kind of a little bit of back and forth. Good cover, good clearance. Everybody doing a great job. Finesse once again having some phenomenal moments there. These multi-kill rounds from Finesse have been so good. And yeah, I mean, PRX already gonna use their second.
10-4-2 for Finesse. It's something about this guy and these 3 spike site maps that just allow him, that just unlock him and his potential. We saw him just crushing quite a bit, having so much impact. Even just yesterday versus TL. Turn on the flash. CGRS and Forsaken taking a very forward position here around B, which has been, for the most part, very much ignored. Devi on the opposite side, though. Oh, it's going to be eliminated. Into the meat grinder they go. NRG just mincing PRX. Forsaken trying to get something done. Swaps weapons, but Sam privy to it. Instantly domes him, and it just feels like we're going to go from one flawless to the next. NRG looking absolutely unstoppable here on this attack.
And they have a minute to go hunting for Mindfreak.
Yeah.
Here. They have all the time in the world. They don't need a plant. They just need to find him. They want to do this damage. The economy of PRX is once again in the gutter. So I mean, certainly just get what you can out of this.
Yep, grab the orbs. Grab every orb you possibly can.
Yeah.
Take everything off the map, pick it clean. Paranoia, not sure if that actually connected. Oh, it did! Finesse, not having the audio cue. Does get taken down. It seems like Mindfreak actually feeling it. Maybe wants to try to play this one out. He's going on the push. Sam setting up a smoke. Mindfreak looking to match. Pink shells. Just to try to dissuade.
Cover going out.
Second smoke now used, but how do you even remotely clear this one? Victor spotted the headshot through, 6 HP. The spray almost good for it. If he can win this one out, maybe that would put him into a winnable position here, as Crashy is also at 20 health, but the time is dwindling. Eventually, it seems like Mindfreak just gonna have to give up on the venture. Still though, the hunt coming in. Sam hounds him down, does not allow him to carry that weapon forward. A good attempt, but not good enough. The 2 will remain on the scoreboard, but NRG's, it continues to grow.
Yeah, right off the rip, NRG is just prepared for this push out. This 2-2-1, basically from every angle of the map that PRX is trying to come at. Just read beautifully. Just set up right there at C lobby, just wait behind the cover and start knocking them down as they start coming out. And one by one, the dominoes fall for PRX, and now it's on to Stingers and Bulldogs. Just save enough for another buy into the next round. Finesse here, just looking to see, get all the information he can. PRX gonna sneak Mindfreak into the back of rubble.
Drifting back over towards this one. Mindfreak up on top. Could catch them off guard. Ball raised. CGRS seeing the shoulder. So much pressure here on this Omen now. Mindfreak gonna micro out that smoke. Sam throwing the Paranoia, but it's not even needed. Finesse again cuts him down in the very same position. Major boon for them here in the round.
And both times that PRX has tried to sneak Mindfreak into that position behind rubble, it's been read and dealt with by NRG. I mean, they completely have PRX figured out on this map. They have got their tendencies so well read.
Really didn't take very long for them either, just given that we saw this just yesterday. Great prep work as Forsaken is unready for that. Absolutely unprepared. Rush onto the corner, Devi now, gonna be forced away with the paint shells. The plant coming down onto the B site as NRG once again pivot. Devi starting to creep up, Stinger in hand. Might be, oh. Okay, turns his attention. Thought maybe he had gotten Victor there. Jing will be able to finish him off at the end. And a 1v3. Nano at his feet. We'll grab the Phantom to see if he can get some more done. Nano cleared, but Sam off on that hard right angle. Takes him down. NRG get themselves up to 8. The question is, does the bleeding stop at all?
Exactly.
For PRX?
That's literally what I'm just thinking, Achilleos. Just, you know, PRX has to turn this around. They have to figure something out here. And, you know, they're trying a lot of different looks. They're giving NRG a lot of kind of different maneuvers, different operations throughout the map, but every single time, NRG has just been ready for it. They seem to completely have downloaded the PRX manual, which is not an easy task for anybody.
No. Man, just twisting the knife deeper and deeper with every single round. It's Forsaken again, Odin in hand over on the C site. They're starting to push up towards his position. All 5 members making their way towards Mound. But now there's a lockdown to try to flush him out. Turret gonna be set up just to give some early warning in case that flank does come in from behind. Trailblazers set out. Lockdown now invested. Forsaken looks like he wants to stay. He wants to try to shove them out of this. Catch anything before the lockdown does go through. Gets the dink through the wall. Looks for finesse. Can't get anything more. Crashes down to 17, and yet again it's going to be the pit coming through. As Victor pulls the showstopper. He's thinking about how far does he want to go. We'll just have to send this one out blindly, but no one there to receive it. TP now out into PRX's spawn. Som looking to backstab. Paranoia out, Mind Freak, caught off guard. Artist on the opposite side of the mound finds that kill. Som getting closer and closer now. Gun at the ready, swing in, Jing. Just does out aim him a little bit there, finds the kill. 3 players can back away, but again, the umpteenth time, this is PRX having to save. And Victor will not allow it. And Devi falling. Looks like Victor will volunteer to go on the hunt. See if he can get anything else. Jing says no, but still an immense amount of damage dealt, and now the best that PRX can hope for is a 9-3 first half.
Just clinical stuff here from NRG. Just love watching them maneuver, just love watching the way they operate. They read the map so incredibly well. They set up this crossfire out of the doors. A little bit of miscoordination from PRX. They throw out the Seekers, but it gets stuck on that door, and that allows NRG to really prepare for that position. All 3 of those doors, maybe a little unlucky, going right in towards Artist and the crossfire that they set up there. So that makes things all that much more easier. And I don't know, Forsaken sitting there holding on Ojing.
Over the top, sends it, finds one. Some going to be taken down. Victor at 10 HP as well. Meanwhile, CGRS trying to swing out on the opposite side. Does fall down at the end of it all as Mind Freak just caught. Finesse just holding W, gets himself inched up into A, and Mind Freak just trying to micro some smokes out there, ends up falling, gets Finesse, or Finesse gets Forsaken as well. Forsaken gets Finesse is what I was trying to say there, and this is looking so incredibly good for the side of NRG. A 10-2 half, even with PRX on their attacking side, that just feels nigh impossible to recover from.
Yeah, once again, I mean, these lurks from Finesse, time and time again, finding value for NRG. He's just so smart about it, and Mind Freak just looking to throw some smoke somewhere. Not even a little bit ready. Jing gonna try to do what he can.
Last player standing.
See if he can get anything done.
Now he's the last man standing. Spotted, finds one. Somehow needs to isolate every single one of them, cannot make it happen. Finesse from start to finish in this half. Absolutely gorgeous play to get his team 10-2. 16-6-2 on the scoreboard at the moment there for the IGL, for the mastermind of NRG, setting them up for a bind decider map.
It's just so brilliant. Every time any piece of util came out, FNS was there to try to sniff out exactly what PRX wanted to do. He's reading really well the tendencies of when they're
running 2 rounds so far in the entire map. We'll see though if miracles can happen, but NRG are absolutely poised to take us to bind, and from there, who the hell knows what's going to occur.
Yeah, this is just classic NRG. Drop the first map and then just come back so strong for the follow-up. The resilience from this team, we saw it against Liquid, you're seeing it here again. Just absolutely brilliant stuff. A lot of utility from the side of PRX. The Trailblazer, the Dizzy, making sure that the site is clear. You're gonna use the Wingman to cut through the Nano and not get the plant.
Artist able to spam it out. CRS moves over, just picks up the Wingman. Spike in the hands of Forsaken at the moment. Forsaken, you're rushing forward, my friend. Finds one, helps find a second one, but now he's gonna fall. His crash. He comes up with 2. Artist gets the other. The aggressive fight from PRX strands the spike. Everybody gets cleaned up, and NRG 100% pistol win rate so far in the series. Their 4th one now racked up.
And that's brutal, and PRX just trying to throw anything in the wall and see what sticks, trying to cut through towards B, through C-Link, and just read again so well here by NRG. They have all the time in the world since they delay the plant from the Wingman. Again, really doing some diligence on how PRX and where PRX likes to use that wingman to get those plants. And we saw it a lot previously against EDG. The wingman was able to get some really important moments. But here, NRG, once again, not having any of it.
Flashing an 8 out, but NRG just making the read, knowing that this force is going to be coming through and that it's going to be, the site's turned over towards the C site here. CGRS does not have the spike in his hand. So cannot go for the wingman plant now, can try to invest that one. The Nano Swarm's already committed here from Artis as the smokes dissipate. Flash set into the back, they're looking for the aggressive push. Jing gonna be able to find two. Artis and Finesse gonna be cleaned up. Victor on the opposite side. Takes out Mind Freak. Nade comes their way though for the delaying. This waterfall push coming in. Devi looks to go aggressive. The turn into the corner. CGRS finding one, then taken down. It's an absolute bloodbath that Jing will barely be able to win out on. The third round picked up, but everything from either team completely left on the floor. One player left standing. As PRX probably wishing that could have been a hell of a lot cleaner, but still going to be grateful for the round win all the same.
I'm just barely able to get it done as Jing, but this time a little bit of a change up for PRX with the wingman, sending it right behind that pillar this time, getting the plant down a little bit quicker, able to avoid those fast rotations from NRG. And then NRG just kind of bunched up in C-Link there, and just eventually able to be cut down. You know, again, being so aggressive towards this space is PRX, and NRG pretty aware of it, but even if you know it's coming sometimes, you can't stop PRX. With W Key Gaming does have some effect. A lot of utility here. Oh my god, this man.
Yeah, the spray through Jing. Getting ripped apart a bit there. The healing has to come through. Devi just getting him back into a stable position as door gets opened up and they're going to start pivoting their way into B. Crashies nearby. Just going to be waiting for that door to get broken down. Meantime, Forsaken wins out the fight against Finesse. CGRS putting a little bit of damage down across on the Som, knocks him to 62. With this plant position, it seems like PRX should be all right to go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, this is really nicely done here by PRX. They get the camera into B early from Forsaken.
It's just a call to die to the spike.
Yeah. And then they fan out to cover the wingman plant. Able to cut off the link angles. Really nicely handled. Just a good adjustment here, not pressing the issue. You know, sometimes that does hurt PRX. Everybody now is taking some parting shots. Artis maybe looking for something with this Spectre on the back end.
And anything he finds here is an immense amount of value. Swings out, catches one, looks for another, gets CGRS before Devi can finish him off. And still though, impact felt. Artis plenty of cash rolling forward into the next round. Softening up PRX as much as they possibly can.
And it's these lurks from NRG that once again pay dividends. Time and time again, they're all over the map. No matter where you're at, you have to be aware that someone could be right around the corner. Sometimes that's the case for both of these teams, but NRG, so smart so many times. Finesse on the attacker side, and now Artis getting a ton of value. But still just barely able to get a rifle by here.
Cam goes out. 4-player stack at A, but quick rotate, quick pivots here from NRG. Starting to get a sense of, okay, you know what, they want to go C. Paranoia across, Artis forced all the way back out of the site. Nano Swarms used. CGRS just going to be holding down for the plant. Now has the ult online. Showstopper out as well. Jing on the hunt. Ult goes in. Does catch Finesse, but he's got plenty of covering fire, and no one wants to pursue that deep just to try to find one little kill. PRX just stay here like statues, not making any noise, not moving an inch, just waiting to try to catch NRG, lure them into the trap. Triple approach now coming through from Waterfall. Som, no HP, but somehow wins on that fight. CGRS now trying to hold the line, catches one, Ching catches two, and CGRS will find the third. The entirety of NRG taken down between the two of them. And that is PRX winning out on an ever crucial round, moving up now to 5.
And the pressure felt here early by NRG, so they have to give up the site. They back off, and the plant allows. Oh my God.
Barely getting that spot out.
He just barely saw him in time. But it's the it's the reactions here from PRX. They're like, okay, let's get the plant down. We're going to throw the Thrash out, buy some more space, set up the crossfires, just kind of lock things down. Some really good early pushes around the corners from NRG. Their utility doesn't catch PRX too much in that previous round.
Paranoia out. They're looking at the challenge here around Mound. Flash is decent, but Jing, it dissipates. He manages to find the shot. Finesse now falling. Good damage on the Jing, but just not enough to finish the kill, so Devi, after scooping the orb, getting the Seekers online, will go ahead, put him back to 100 HP. Well, Artis, as well as Victor, thinking about an approach from behind, but Forsaken is prepped for this. He's got the trapwire set up. Jing, in the meantime, does get finished off.
I've got your trail.
The Seekers are going to be committed here, all the same. Dizzy not spotting long enough to try to find that blind. Crashies, however, still will get flushed out. Forsaken picking him up, so the plant can now come through. Artis now gone. Som just waiting to see what he can do. It's not too much time remaining, though. Has to back off. The Mosh just to send them out. Seems like they still are very suspicious about that position, and Victor likely just going to be waiting to see if anyone aggressively pushes out towards Waterfall in the exit. Try to maybe find a gun. Som, though, catching Forsaken right as he turned around. And there's potential here for Mind Freak as well. The chest shot takes them down. Som with 3 kills, grabs the Vandal. He wants to challenge this one. He's thinking about it. CGRS just staying tucked into the corner. He says, at the very least, you know what? Maybe I can finish you off. Jump up over the top. Victor will be able to get the kill, so everybody dead on the side of PRX, but NRG cannot get that round win. Economic damage dealt, not allowing for PRX to bank up anything. They continue to claw this one back, getting closer and closer, now 6-11.
That's a huge moral victory for the side of NRG. Kind of a lack of discipline here at the end of the round from PRX. Cost them. Forsaken trying to get a little bit aggressive. I think could just play a little bit deeper here as PRX. I was going to really applaud them for the way they did the beginning of this round. Again, given the sight, but like you mentioned earlier, leaving those traps behind to watch for those lurks, really cover their bases there. And it looked like it was potentially going to be solid. But
Finesse one off a pit.
Yeah, finesse one off a pit. So some huge ults could be coming in here. NRG certainly trying to see if they can prepare. Finesse probably considering maybe seeing if he can get away with this orb for free if maybe the C lean stopped for PRX. But for now, they're continuing to contest that space, but it is the change here for PRX. It's going to be Forsaken, starting to lurk towards the other side of the map.
Crashy's playing back, though, watching this angle. He's with a knife out, and okay, didn't quite see him the first time around. Does take a good amount of damage. Forsaken now just tapping the door, breaking the other. Trailblazer does get the stun, does get some damage across. Dart will just go ahead and connect as he destroys the camera, removes it. Everybody else now from PRX arriving over here towards A. Som waiting at the connector, and Forsaken doesn't clear the angle wide enough. Ends up getting taken down. Paranoia now going to be sent through. As they looked for the attempt at the rush play there to try to hound him out.
Plant should come down. NRG now starting to ready up for this retake. Again, that lockdown.
3 players stacked up. Surely this cannot find value. Surely they should be able to destroy it. Tries a hug against the wall, sends it out. Not going to be getting the stun. It's not going to be recoverable either. Devi noting finesse though. Gets the headshot, gets the kill. Now they have to be worried about that threat coming out of the B site and potentially behind, but right now they're focused up on the site itself, knowing that they zone them out with the lockdown. Tap onto the spike, the boom bot cleared. They know that one is going to be over here in tree. Artis spamming through, finds the kill, looks to try to go for the hold, but Artis comes up with a second. They're holding it through, revealed, drags across, finds one, cannot get the second. And with 3 members left standing, NRG will finally break the win streak, stopping PRX dead in their tracks and taking it now to map point.
And the early part of this round, I like the little runabout that Forsaken goes on, but he shoots open this door. Oh my God.
And just didn't quite notice.
Just didn't see it.
Don't interrupt my work. One enemy
But I didn't really want to see him shoot that door just yet. I thought he kind of broke it a little bit early. And then that's what kind of cost them the player early on in the round. Would have liked to have seen him maybe just let that be. So continue to kind of create some chaos.
Hit now. Used over on C, and that's exactly where PRX had their sights set. A little bit of damage here from Forsaken. As he cuts his way forward, but is he going to be ready for this one? No. Victor on the lurk just outside of stairs. Comes up with the kill. Now door going to be opened up. It's looking like they're going to be pushing straight in to all this KJ util that Artis has set up here on the B site. But to spam the Trailblazer to try to lead the way. Our alarm bot, Nanoswarm's going through. Jing is getting worked lower and lower, ends up falling. CJRS over, answering back two of his own, but now Artis gets the buy. And it is all on CJRS to try to keep them in this map, but he cannot do it. 13-6, an absolutely gorgeous reply from NRG after dropping their map pick of Pearl. They come into PRX's Lotus and they absolutely decimate.
Extended range, you know, who knows? Maybe they can get some tricky plays here, so catch PRX a little bit off guard with some of this. It's going to be PRX on the defender side, looking to maybe push out A.
In we go. They're looking to pressure him out. It's going to be the Ghost in hand, but Jing in range with the Frenzy will be able to take him down. Heels coming across. The rest of the team widely getting ready to push in towards B. Forsaken setting up a wall, trying to make this a little bit more unassailable, but just going to look to push ahead. Get through that one. Pressure on the elbow. Forsaken backing off. Crashing wave going forward, suspecting that they were going to be looking to flush him out of there. Tino arrives. JRS going to be the last one on this rotation over. They'd get sent. Forsaken tag down quite very low. Still get the ding on the crashies. Setting up for potentially easier kills. Mindfreak will find Finesse. Pushing forward towards the defending side. Crashies puts up, finds one. Jing from behind will get that kill. Victor will be good for another one, but hey, look, they can actually do it. PRX take their first pistol round here at the start of map number 3.
And better late than never here, as they do a good job finding that opening kill onto Artis. Caught a little bit off guard there is NRG. And then on the retake, some good flashes, some good damage done to get themselves in there and find that oh so important pistol round. And even though they lost both on Pearl, they're able to come through and still get it. So Devi gonna go with the Marshall. Been seeing a little bit of more sniper rifles from him. Forsaken with the Judge.
Oh,
Looks like he's gonna be posted up in U-Haul.
Swapping it over, goes for the Spectre at least for now, and looks like that is gonna be the commit at the end.
All right, fine. I was hoping for it.
Oh, Marshall from Devi completely whiffs, splits the difference between two players. Crashies falls up with a chest shot to go ahead and get the finishing blow. Flash now at the ready. CJRS trying to go for a little bit of timing there, but eats the full blind. There's the back off. Ping's coming down, and from here, I mean, NRG, they can play this just about however they want.
Oh,
Just like I actually saw him just taking the fight and taking CJRS's head off. This is already pretty catastrophic. Rotation starting to come through. It's going to be Mindfreak left alone over on that A site, and should NRG decide to pivot through the teleporter, it's going to be a bit of a long run. As Jing going to be noted, and Som, oh, he's so distracted. Som just gets another one. 2 kills now with a Marshall. The plant getting ready to come in. Forsaken wanting to push, but his own wall kind of working against him in that regard. Mindfreak around the back will gain control of Hookah, finding a single kill. Still 4 more to be dealt with, however. Taking their time.
Jeez.
Got the smoke. Oh, Som sending one, but Crashies is around the back. And it is going to be an eco win, taking the weapons right out of PRX's hands.
I mean, you have that good feeling of, hey, we got our first pistol win, and then right away, NRG just snatches it away from you, and Devi playing so wide out here and not able to hit the shot. And of course, you know that Headhunter is going to be following now. Got to be aware. There's going to be a lot of long-range firepower on this round potentially for the side of NRG. And then they grab that Marshall, put it to great use. Jing tries to peek there off the back of some utility and gets punished for it. So some isolated plays here from PRX cost them. Forsaken going to go ahead, snatch up an orb, get some showers control, get closer to that rendezvous. Stinger for Devi, a couple shorties in the back pocket. Already Crashies with the Seekers. He needs some bailout. Look at how cautious NRG is playing this round. We are so worried that PRX is going to throw some curveballs at you. They're going to try to get aggressive early in the round. Now they're
backing away.
Yeah.
Takes a little bite there from the Trailblazer. Jing in the meantime, just hovering below Hookah, waiting for somebody to come leaping out of that one. Has that shorty in hand, but still looks like he might want to pivot around to the front. Try to use this poison orb and smokes against them. But unless they push into him, it's still going to be quite challenging. There's a flash. Now goes satcheling forward. Finesse eventually able to go ahead, track him down, gets a headshot, does get chipped away at, down to 42 HP. As the nade goes out, blind comes across, but CTRS and Mind Freak both going to be dealt with. Divide able to find one, goes into the smoke. Victor eventually flushes him out. Now it's all on Forsaken. Up over the top of the box goes Victor, finds the kill as NRG will move up 2-1.
Jing just never ceases to surprise me. Just decides to try to go in there with the shorty, double blast back in, see if he can just find a one and done.
One enemy remaining.
Not going to be the case. Good reactions again from NRG. A great blast back to get up on top of that box. Finish the job from Victor. It's great the other day on this race. Crashy's already 5-1. Having a phenomenal start here. Over to that Spectre now though. 2 rifles, 2 Bulldogs for the side of NRG.
CTRS just rushing out. Won't be able to recover this Dizzy. Flushes them over towards Forsaken for now, but he's all on his lonesome here on this A site.
This is just kind of a little bit interesting from PRX. Like this full flood out of B site and leaving Forsaken on his own. Like if NRG just pulls the trigger there, they can just overwhelm him, but he's able to escape.
Now they have to give up Lamps control as well, so Victor can play in a forward position. Getting him out of here could prove to be difficult. Granted, the paint shells are available from Jing, and it looks like after they're satisfied with the rotates, NRG make the call. Finesse again, looking for a bit of a masterclass like we saw from them versus Liquid just yesterday on Split. All coming up. Spike planted on the opposite side of it though, and Artist still hovering nearby. Gets the headshot. CTRS going to be taken down as Crashy stays tucked away in the back of sight. Takes advantage of the vulnerable out on a Jing. Forsaken, however, finds 2 quick kills. Finds himself a 3rd. Now the Reckoning available, and he's going to invest that immediately. A little bit of obfuscation, but there is going to be the ultimate. Orbital strike sent down. Forsaken trying to challenge. Finds the 4th kill. Now on for the ace. This Artist left standing, and Forsaken in round 3 on map number 2. Now in round 4 here on Bind. He gets himself a 2nd ace in the series.
How does he keep doing it? He's just unbelievable. And NRG, I thought, had this round in the bag. They leave Artist behind. CTRS was over at the B-side teleporter. As soon as NRG went through the A teleporter, he went through the other side, but it's accounted for. And Artist is just waiting for it. And then they've got the site, they've got the plant down, and it looks golden. But no, Forsaken once again with the hero play for PRX. Just unreal, some of the rounds he's been able to string together here today. And that is a lifeline for PRX. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Going to be getting the showstopper available for Jing. And immediately just peeling back, taking Shower's control on the other side of the map. So right now, PRX, full map control, doing a great job here. Keeping NRG pinned in and just rotating Jing over towards Lamps.
Tie it up, but there's still a hell of a lot of work here for PRX if they want to find a foothold. Need a clean round, because even then, NRG still have cash to try to work through. Mind Freak thinking about going for this swing. Artist gonna get the adjustment. Oh, it's an instant snap! Wow! What a shutdown! And the quick TP at the ready, just in case there was a follow-up as well. And that is what Artist can deliver when he's on this chamber. Something that we haven't seen in quite some time, but frankly, one that people should be quite happy to see, just given the way, the level that he can play with this pick. Flashes out, and that's just tucked into the corner. The teleporter's still here as Artist goes on a bit of a scouting mission. Forsaken now at risk of being caught.
30 seconds left.
I don't think Forsaken has any idea.
He's starting to stare
just
over.
turned.
He's worried about it. Obviously, he knew that Artist was there before. Does he note it now? No. Artist finds the perfect timing to strike right as the rotation was starting to come through. And speaking of rotations, NRG at it once again. Maximum use of these teleporters and finesse ready for CTRS as the door opens up. Allowing them to tie, but not allowing them to gain the lead. NRG putting their foot down as Jing has to drift away from the A site. They will go ahead and overtake them once more.
Yeah, just great stuff here from Artis. The patience there at Showers, kind of just knowing that PRX gets itchy, and they want to come out, try to take some space off of all that time at the beginning of the round that they were given. And it's a good kind of exchange of utility over at Octagon, where they wanted to use that Dizzy to get up and over towards the B teleporter, and then follow it up again, kind of trying to combo with Devi here, RC, GRS, and him, and it worked yesterday. Today, NRG is very prepared for it. They use a snake bite and a flash of their own to make sure that PRX can't find any damage to. Is this combo of Devi and CGRS. Just knowing that, yeah, okay, you teleported last round, we know. We're aware. So now you got to try to come up with some different looks here for PRX. Be a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more stable. Don't give up those free picks to Artis. That's absolutely a must-not, as he's only now one away from the tour de force, and as Devi just spins around the screen. The pinwheel of Devi.
His sink. We'll hope that that's not him getting flushed down the drain.
Oof.
It's been a little bit rocky so far here, but an opportunity to try to find some stability.
Only a couple rifles, one of them in Jing's hand on the other side of Hookah there. Finesse now gonna line up the smoke for in front of U-Haul. Okay.
Bot to check close. Artis clearing that, backing away. So the wall comes up. Forsaken and Mind Freak here on the site. Pop flash in towards Lamps. Finesse creeps forward. Forsaken very wisely is going to be wary of this. Just keeping it noted. Poison Orb going to get picked up, so we can go ahead and try to reposition that one. TP over. Devi joins in on this side of the map, sends out the Seekers. Bite. Just about at Forsaken's feet, but it's not quite close enough. Devi wins out the fight, takes down Victor. Spike now gets planted. The rush for the classic. At least forces him off of it, but Sam still wins the fight. The kill not going to be found. Man advantage here, very much so now for the side of NRG as Devi does get domed. Thrash going to be committed and everything, and now it's just going to be the full shift. Nearby, though, is Jing. Showstopper at the ready. Looking to catch one. Does find him. Spike now going to be dropped down onto the ground. Showstopper, and he's saying, you've got no time to work with. Sends out the Showstopper. Crashy's going to be dead. Cleans up Finesse. Victory is in the hands of Jing. A 4K to tie it up at 3-3.
It's just heroics for PRX, keeping him in this. And again, good things on both sides in the beginning of this round. I love the way that Devi uses the Seekers out of the teleporter to identify and isolate a pick.
Out of charges.
Out of Showers.
Remaining.
He gets a huge kill. Mind Freak's hiding from the flashes, keeping himself obscured. But then NRG has a great response, getting some big kills of their own. And then a beautiful teleport. That should be round, you would think, if they can just deal with Jing. But he gets there just in time and plays it to perfection.
Well, for the first time in a very long time, we're going to be seeing that tour de force come through from Artis. See what he can get done. For now, just sat outside the teleporter on the A side of the map. Starting to see if there's going to be any Showers presence, but once again, it's just this Forsaken Mind Freak duo, widely paying attention. Over here towards short. Dizzy up over the top, not going to spot anything. Free pickup for CGRS. There's a monstrous amount of ults available for the side of NRG.
Yeah, and this time they're playing a little bit further forward with Devi off the back of that Dizzy to see if they could get somebody to bite. Finesse wisely sitting back. Artis with that tour de force. Ooh.
Devi noted. Okay, Trailblazer will reveal just how close they are. The bite looking to force him back. Gets to read that Devi has swung out on the side. Has to pull away though. Molly at his feet. It's Jing thinking about pushing out. Gets the instant headshot. Victor dealt with. Does he find more? He's looking for it. The swing. Sam
30 seconds left.
answers right back to keep it evened up at 4-4.
Now you got to keep yourself away from this tour de force. Mind Freak sitting on his ult as well, and just going to buy some time here off the back of these Seekers, knowing that they wanted to push. Cut them off momentarily.
Oh. Artis finding one. Spike, however, still down. Artis has to double back to try to grab it, and I don't think they're going to have the time. He makes his way into the cove, gets taken out, and Forsaken is good for another 3. As PRX will take the lead.
The delay here, the reaction from Mindfreak is so good, and then to just expect with the time that they have to come through, they have to push in, and he just comes in there. Yeah, he's traded, and then Forsaken using that cove so well.
Not only does it just get the delay, it destroys the two Seekers that
Yes.
were making their way out. So identifying the exact position of these PRX players on the site itself becomes that much more difficult. And Forsaken, rightfully so on his feet, with another monstrous round for himself. Will help force out this timeout that NRG wants to take. It's unsurprising. Coach Chet not wanting PRX to be able to really stretch this lead. Says, okay, they're one round NRG in this round. We'll see what Chet has prepped them for. As for now, maybe the double peek, but they're getting a read on this. They're just sending the Reckoning, but Devi dazed up. Showstopper to try to chase them down. Forsaken will be able to find Artist. The spot into the double kill. Just hugging each other into oblivion. Victor breaking open the round, and PRX wanted to push the pace, but this completely falls flat.
Spike planted.
And as I call it, the Mobius strip of PRX, the wild plays, the up and down swings of this team. It is a constant. Finesse takes a chunk of damage.
Got the bite, the delay. Mindfreak needs to be the one that's really start finding something, but Crashy's up on the box. It's completely unexpected for him. He will fall. Forsaken now just going to see if he can get anything. Try to build up for that next Reckoning, given the wasted commitment here in the round. Completely avoided and piloted well from the side of NRG.
I've never seen anything quite like that. Just that Reckoning off the rip again, like you said, to try to deal with that showstopper.
I mean, they're trying to get a clutch.
Yes, exactly.
Outside of Hookah.
Right.
But the Reckoning only goes so far, and
Yes.
Victor just plays right on the edge of it. And then from here, it's just sadness.
Well, I think you're hoping that you can win that initial trade off of kind of the early chaos there. Maybe catch them as they're coming out of market. Just NRG isn't, bamboozled at all. They're really steady.
It's one of those things where if it worked, we say, oh my God, what
Yes.
a brilliant play.
Exactly.
But because it doesn't, it looks a bit foolish. We'll see if they ever go for it again here in this map. But for now, tied up once more. Feeling a lot more like Pearl, where the teams were widely inseparable, just constantly pinging back and forth between one another.
They're completely ceding Hookah control here. And NRG is starting to work their way in. Gonna use that Trailblazer, push some space. The Mosh to try to keep him safe. The High Tide coming up as well. Flash to confirm the presence. But with that High Tide, he's giving PRX a little bit of time to shift Jing over here.
Flash and Nagarda not seeing too much there. Divine trying to counter spray through and tagged up Finesse initially, but then does get worked lower and lower, down to 56 health for himself.
And immediately I start thinking, well, they might just TP here. With all that presence, there's at least 3 over here with the Boombot, with the Trailblazer, and with the Mosh Pit.
Time on their side, it's just going to be the sound cut. Start drifting over. Forsaken is playing up close, but looks like he's going to back away. He's playing around a tiny little gap that he had in that cascade. Looking for one. Oh, gets him in terms of spike presence as well. That looks for a little bit more. Can't quite adjust for some. It's a little bit of damage down, but doesn't get the kill. HP bars, however, still quite low. Nade out. Some has to drop down off the box. The jump forward, Victor into the corner, wins it out versus the Vive. Mindfreak finally able to stabilize the aim, falls up for a second one. Artist swinging out, Mindfreak finds a third.
10 seconds left.
CGRS looking to push. Knows that he's around the corner, will be able to get Finesse, and PRX take that lead right back into their own hands.
I mean, just Forsaken, just the absolute confidence he has to step up into this is absolutely nuts. And then Mindfreak holding it down. Great transfer, great hold. Just using that smoke to allow Forsaken to find the first. The cove comes up behind it. Able to step back and try to go for another. Yeah, it doesn't work for Forsaken, but it harasses NRG, and then CGRS able to win on the backside. That lurk accounted for by Finesse, but not able to be dealt with. Ooh.
Smoke down, Artist just trying to spray through. Not much damage found by either side. Meantime, the push up, Forsaken caught unawares. They're going to be as far forward. Now they have to go for this full rotate. do they play a ring around the rosy once again? Opt for the teleporters. The site is empty. Looks like they're going to commit to the plant here. Also invest the pit. Gold's at the ready. The nade not quite getting the bounce that it's looking for to get in onto the plant spot, but CJRS finding one. As Victor gets himself situated up on top here of the two. Finesse down low. A single bullet would finish him off and drop that pit. See if they're going to be able to find it. For now, the wingman coming out with the molly. It's perfectly timed. They can't get it to half. Time dwindling down. Finesse, however, needs to try to hightail it out, but he's going to get clipped up. Orbital strike finishes them off, and a double orbital strike from Sam. Answers back, and now it's all on Mindfreak. Once more, the headshot. Noting his position, but he's running out of time. Sam continuing the jiggle. Mindfreak having to push it. 5 bullets. The time taken out. A 4K from Mindfreak with a round victory. Goes to NRG. And we are tied up at 5-5.
Oh, that round is played so beautifully by Sam. The reaction to that wingman, instantly the molly is out to make sure that it's not a problem. And yeah, sure, okay, Mindfreak's got his ult, well, so do I. And I can just shut this down. The layers here, able to survive behind those smokes in the garden. And yeah, Mindfreak coming up big with some kills, but the time dwindled, not able to get it done.
Mindfreak very much coming alive. Not that he was asleep in the first 2 maps, but didn't see as much impact. You know, as crazy a plays that we know that he can pull off. He's starting to see it, but it's just not good enough to get them across the finish line there. So 5-5 inseparable could very well end up being a 6-6 half. Just maintain that ambiguity as far as who the hell is going to win this map.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point. Could have convinced me either way. CGRS is so far forward here towards market.
Needs to play up close. He's got that stinger in hand. No one else is splitting with Artis, so there's not going to be an immediate reaction, but it looks like he is going to be suspecting this, but he's not prepared to win out of the fight. Devi as well, finding some. CGR is going to be taken out, though. They managed to trade this one back. A 3v3, the Seekers sent out by Crashies, just trying to spot them out. The rotation still going to be coming through as Forsaken and Mindfreak look to reinforce this B site. Jing into the corner, tagged low, jumps away. Finesse exits out, and Hookah, Forsaken arrives just in time to get the covering fire. Showstopper trying to clear close. Victor going to be good for 1. Forsaken strikes him down, and suddenly it's Crashies versus Forsaken. 57 health remaining. Forsaken is playing this one out slowly. Crashies trying to hold the ankle, and Forsaken swings right into him. Just a lack of patience. Not opting to wait for the tap on the spike. He goes for the challenge and pays the iron price. NRG, they lock in 6 for the half.
This is a wild round here. It's kind of individual pushes around the edges of the B site. Net a kill apiece.
30 seconds
Thank
left.
God for Crashies here. Great job holding that down for the side of NRG. Clutch as always for the NA squad. And this is just wild and all over the place. I don't know how Jing got that 1 kill. He just is magic sometimes. Now, Devi, you got the Thrash, you got the Reckoning, you got the Seekers. A lot of big ults here for PRX to push this to 6-6. Victor only 1 away from a showstopper, though. He's kind of looking to see if, with him having the spike, gonna try to get him into a position to get that down, but Forsaken already queuing up this Reckoning, expecting this push, and Jing's got 1.
He does, but he gets traded back. Artis finding the kill. It's Forsaken just grabbing up that Vandal, Reckoning at the ready. He's gonna invest it now. Looking for the stuns. Sam jumping to the side, manages to avoid it. Mindfreak taking so much damage there, down to 37. Thrash at the ready. Double TP gonna be used. Pulls it back to be able to get the quick recovery on the ult. But Artis and Finesse, they stay sat here. But it seems like PRX are not biting on the bait. That Dizzy goes out, gets a confirm 1-1, has to be destroyed. Gets picked up. Seekers now as well, very much telling the story. CJRS with the recovered ult. Doesn't get much. They clear it out very swiftly. Forsaken, first of all, the daze comes through, clear out on that boom bot. CJRS has to back away. Artis pushing up, finds the 1, Sam into the corner. Still gonna be good for it now with a showstopper. They know exactly where Devi is gonna be coming from. The rocket should be able to take him down. Does he note the cross, however? He does, but Devi avoids the damage. Swapping up the weapons. Finds the Vandal. Trailblazer. Try to guide his way forward. Sees one, flash goes Victor's way. Does he have a read on Finesse? 8 bullets remaining to try to clutch this one out. The push coming in behind Victor. Yep, the silent killer. Gets in, gets on top of him. And it's 7-5, NRG in the lead. As we get ready to swap sides and see the attack from PRX.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so impressed with the way that NRG handles the pressure from PRX. You know, they're always throwing weird stuff at you, but they are layered. They are ready for these kind of, you know, it seems like sometimes once PRX gets one kill, they're immediately hunting for another, immediately looking to try to string.
To try to make it into the grand final, and this is a team that has always made it into the top 3 ever since, you know, as far as Masters and Champions events are concerned, not since 2021. The first champs that we had, where they were eliminated, then under Team Envious. The score has always been present. They've always at least earned that bronze medal.
You gotta use the molly to stop the W King. Oh, never mind, they're just going.
Okay, Cove down. Forsaken looking for one, but it's gonna be he and Jing both taken down. NRG looking for another pistol round win to add to the scoreboard. CTRS finding one, but then just gets overwhelmed. Mind Freak, the late lurk arriving. It's got that safe defuse spot coming through. The Classic is just not gonna be able to do enough to really dissuade it, to really stop it, so they will just go ahead and hold it down. Mind Freak looking to it, at the very least, maybe collect some additional orbs, but cannot finish off Victor. Takes him to 14. NRG. They start off the half with a solid pistol round win. And what, 5-1 in that regard across this series?
Yes, and that's a big problem for PRX. They really could have used another pistol here. I mean, yes, they've been able to recover before, but this is a moment where they needed, I think, try something a little bit more crafty. It's just a push right away. The molly initially, you know, you just expect them to keep going, and they do. And everybody's there. It's just a firing line for the side of NRG. Now Artist with a Marshall, taking space outside of B, but it's everybody out of hookah. Clear that rendezvous.
I mean, they're suspecting that they're going to be on the garden side, as well as Elbow. The wall comes in, they're trying to block that one off. Forsaken now getting ready to swing it in front of it.
He's got to cover and make sure he does it.
Wingman going to be planted. Jing goes up hyper aggressively towards their spawn. Does manage to find one, but Crashies up there lab finds one, but as he tries to throw the pop flash, Devi catches him swinging around the corner. This will be a massive response here from PRX. We'll lose out on 3 members, but they will go ahead and turn it right on its head. Flipping the script and picking up the win. Drop the pistol, win the follow-up.
And they pick up the Phantom. I mean, this is a huge win. Coming out here with a bit of an unexpected, I think, stinger round. That definitely caught NRG a little bit off guard. They just start pushing space. I mean, you see this time and time again with this PRX team. You saw it on Pearl, you saw it on Lotus. They W key, and sometimes you're ready for it, sometimes you're not. And this time around, just not quite ready for it was NRG, so really nice change of pace for PRX to just swing this map right back on its head.
Forsaken with the attack. Judge, all likelihood, very much going to see, you know, the value of that one use if they can get into a post-plant position, but it's going to be a very similar wall, just looking to cut off that guard and access, but this time there's 2 players at backside. Nade's going to be let out here from Victor, looking for some damage, jump up over the top, going to be taken down, and yes, CTRS, he does end up getting eliminated by that one. Forsaken, taking low with the Judge, helping to find the kill. 9 HP, picked up, Mind Freak, instantly finds Som. Now it's all on Artis. 5 Headhunter bullets to work with. Can he get anything done? The healing coming through. Devi gonna top back up, but no, Mind Freak will just hold the hard angle. 2 members lost with a round victory found. PRX, 1 away from tying us up yet again.
Somehow able to stabilize on this site hit. It looked a bit rough off the rip. They lose a couple players, but then Forsaken just gets in there with that Judge. Laying the hammer down. Out go 2 players of NRG, and then the round's able to fall back into their hands. NRG, this is just the way that they're set up on the map. They are absolutely nowhere near any of the orbs. They're also close to, you know, everybody's close to these ults, and they're just kind of happy to just play in mid and try to go for, you know, maybe a pick. It looks like they're just waiting to see if anybody's going to try to come out. But right now, it's just allowing all this map control to go over to NRG, and they're going to try this hit once again, the same thing.
It's looks like just the attempt at the fake. It will draw the volley out from Zom. The rest of the players, though, hovering over towards A. Finesse and Artis not really budging from showers, and that trademark is there to go ahead and confirm some presence. Now Smokes is going to be dropped in. Teleporter can be used, and there's no control of the shower side of the map for PRX, so they can't really stop them from going forward. Now Forsaken, over on the B site, all on his lonesome. Does he call for a pivot? No. The plant coming down out into the open. Interesting spot here from PRX. Thrash now at the ready. Sending it forward, but doesn't even get close and is completely unrecoverable. Mindfreak trying to hold forward. Forsaken going to be spotted, killed in the back end. Orbital strike now infested. CJRS, Jing, both going to be taken out. Mindfreak with one of his own, has to send the ult, the swing out from Finesse on the flank. It's going to be Sam who finds that kill. A bite down to the Vi's feet in a rough spot. Finesse will win it out. The timeout works a treat. NRG closing the round, now moving up to 9.
And I appreciate the fake attempt from PRX, but NRG again, stalwart in their defense, stalwart in their respect.
Just getting caught.
Yeah, and I am also a little bit confused again why PRX isn't maybe trying to, play a little bit more attention towards those orbs. That could, end up being a big part of the round. It wasn't super huge. It got the Seekers online for the side of NRG, but still, potentially maybe could have swung that round differently and not really being ready for that orbital strike inside of U-Haul.
Didn't have it until Forsaken died.
Yeah. Just seemed like that round kind of lacking a little bit of awareness of the ult situation for PRX hurt them.
They're going to be going for the same setup here. Cove spot. Whether that drops might be a whiff. Hard to see without seeing the wide angle of it. I think they're going to be forced into the teleporter though by the paint shells, and Crashies caught with util in hand. For a second, it looked like he was going to be able to get out of there with his life. Jump up over the top. Sam going to be noted. Near the back of sight. Still though, does find Divive. Jing will eventually take him down. 4v3 as the wingman gets the plant. Finesse wrapping around into the back of Elbow.
Artis are on the other side from Fountain.
Showstopper at the ready. Jing gonna stave him off. Poombot has the call for that assisted clear. It's the wall, just wants to try to get the rocket through, but in the end, not gonna find too much, but it does buy some space. It buys some time, and Finesse bites the dust. Should be PRX once again, bringing it to within 1. Artist gonna linger around for a little bit longer, finds Mindfreak. Do they continue to push into him? Looks like the answer is gonna be yes. Okay, they're starting to drift in his direction, but he's gonna pull back. They know that he's gonna be watching the teleporter, so no one wants to challenge him there. They need to hold on to these weapons, but PRX will fight back. This time not with the fake, but with the actual execute here on the B site.
Yeah, this is a good use of the Reckoning to really lock down that garden space, and they crunch at it. We've seen this attempted in a couple different spots on this map with the Reckoning where they want to crunch on top of it, and this time it finally does come through for them. Let's see if they're just gonna keep using that same sort of cut the B site in half with Forsaken's utility.
Right now it's looking like it. In all likelihood, it's going to be the wave coming through, try to block off the flash, perhaps? No, okay.
Well, he uses it in a couple different ways. One way that we've been seeing a lot here so far is he cuts it right down the middle. The other is that he isolates a player in elbow. He tries to just kind of take it from right to this door on the right to all the way to the elbow on the left.
Stun on the Crashies. Trying to back off, full flash now on a Victor as well. Ned gets sent forward, trying to hold them back. So far it's working well. Call might be coming through to try to make a retreat happen. Finesse taken down. That's the back of sight. Mosh coming up with a kill. Heals being offered up by Crashies to Sam to try to get him back to 100. We'll be able to do so. It's 3 members from NRG situated here at the B site. Artist still waiting back in Link to see if this rotation comes through to A.
They're just going to try to brute force their way through.
Flashes in, Victor noted, taken out. Jing now up on top of the box, just trying to spot a pixel, trying to find a head. Will be able to do so, but it's going to be Sham who finds the headshot, but it's quickly traded back. Forsaken getting revenge here for his fallen comrade. Now Artis, the last one left standing. Swinging out as Forsaken gets tucked away just outside the teleporter. Swings in, and he'll be good to win the fight. And we are tied up once again at 9-9.
Incredible stuff from PRX, just taking their time here to really make sure that they're watching for this lurk, being ready for it before they set up for this attack. And that it's just kind of the normal high tide. You don't see that all the time from Forsaken. He's got a lot of different high tides that he likes to utilize on this B site. This time they just go for the normal one, catch some flashes, get Jing in there, get some information. And Divide just looks like he's just another day at the PC Bong in Korea, man. Like, he just looks like he's having fun.
Artis situated forward. Headhunter around the corner, avoids the stun. He actually wants to jump back into this one, looks for the headshot, but CTRS actually draws his weapon back up a little bit too quickly. Swing out of the teleporter, and it's just absolutely stomped into the pavement there. As Victor can do nothing more than get a little bit of damage. The flawless round as PRX gain the lead once more. If we've learned anything from this, it's not going to be a lead for too much longer. It feels like they're just destined to trade blows back and forth.
I feel like we're due another overtime. This series has been too good. Absolutely would love to see it, but I mean, now you've got a couple huge ultimates. You've got the Viper's Pit, you've got that Orbital Strike. The last time they were able to combo these very effectively for NRG, particularly Sam played that round extremely well. You got the Op for Artis. So a lot of big tools here for NRG to get this back up. Meanwhile, PRX sitting on quite a lot of cash, so this round is oh so important for NRG.
Hit invested over towards Garden, but they are more than willing to try to just get themselves behind it and keep him zoned away from the site. Orbital Strike does come through. It cuts off Defy as well as Mind Freak, but Ching is all the way into their spawn. Zom Crash, he's taken out. Finesse stranded as the plant comes down back site. And this is completely and utterly out of their control.
They're leaving, they're done.
Yeah, they have to call for the save. They know that their economy is completely and utterly screwed if they die. As we'll take a look back here. Just, oh yeah, all right. He's in the corner. Ching's in the spawn.
Ching just literally just went right for the spawn and just kept going. There was no halting it. There was that high tide I was talking about to cut off elbow there to give them, or excuse me, cut down the middle to give them the space to just have to worry about whoever's in cubby or right behind the tube or maybe in tube.
Finesse slips away just before he would have been spotted there by Devi. Looks like that operator will crucially be held on to here by Artis, but it's PRX that do manage to stretch the lead. Already in double digits now, 11, 2 more to go, and they will be sending NRG home.
And there went those big ultimates. The Viper's Pit use completely just sidestepped by the side of PRX. Same with that Orbital Strike. That's a devastating round for NRG. Yeah, you can grab a couple Guardians. Yeah, you save the op.
They're ultless.
Yeah.
And this needs to be a turning point for NRG. Need to bring it back, need to try to do something. You can't break the economy pretty much from here on out unless you start a very long streak and overtake them. So much money banked up by PRX.
Oh, look at their stack here at B. I mean, it's just been B over and over and over again for PRX. So now you're gonna try to just out-duel them.
Hidden, just trying to play safe, but the flash connects. He doesn't check back. Devi doesn't look for it. He's just so hungry for the kill. He ends up falling. Sam with a headshot now. Cuts off Jing. It's gonna be the Garden access taken away from them. CGRS as well fallen. The spike now down on the ground. Mind Freak and Forsaken, the last two left standing. As Artis' participation, not necessary. They will find him in the smokes. And that just leaves Forsaken all on his lonesome. Grab it. I mean, notes the hefty presence here on B. Figures, you know what, maybe if I can kill the 1, maybe 2 guys that are over on the A site, I could have an opportunity.
Surely he can't do it again. Surely not. And this is kind of the...
Be something magical if he could, but there's a swing out. There's the op shot. Artis just holding the angle, staying put. Participation necessary at the end of it all, and NRG will also get themselves to double digits. It's one step. They do it cleanly as well. And it all comes down to that. Devi really just blood hungry, bloodthirsty, trying to get that stun player to get rid of Finesse. Victor just quietly sat in the corner. As soon as he regains his vision, it's all over.
No timeout from Coach Alex here. He's just going to try to trust his players. Let them, you know, they've been doing mostly a good job, but now they got to pivot away from B. Artis out here with that op on an aggressive angle.
Alex has turned off the targeting computer. Just let him fly blind. If this gets tied up, I do expect to see it again, but they are wary about this one. Yeah, Trailblazer will clear him off the position, forces that teleport back, so Rendezvous in the back of Lamps. That's gonna send Artis rotating potentially to try to get to Heaven. Looks like, yeah, that is gonna be the case. Boombot spots one on the backside, Som gonna be noted. Wingman plant does come through. Holdless on either side. Crashies, however, first one to fall. The op not gonna be able to see too much of anything. Jump around the corner, Som with that shorty will find one, but then Forsaken counter swings to take him down. The bite into the corner, finding a lot of value, but CGRS still wins out on the fight. And suddenly it's just Victor and Artis left standing. No reason not to play for it. He'll have that tour de force at the end of this all, but Devi finds Victor. Forsaken takes him down, and PRX will take it all the way to match point.
Just a beautiful hold here from PRX. Able to just get into the space. It's given up by NRG. Jing comes around the corner right ahead of those Seekers. Gets the kill and is able to get out. Forsaken, beautiful job being right there to trade off of his teammate. CGRS holding the line. Everybody coming up big there in that round for PRX. One more, and they will be seeing EG on Saturday in those lower bracket finals. Like you said, Artis now with the tour de force, but we're back over to B, surprise, surprise, for PRX.
Trailblazer out of long. Now into hookah, Poison Orb comes through, Finesse clears it rather quickly as Victor gets around the back, puts some damage down, but doesn't want to overstay his welcome. It's a little bit of damage and wisely just decides to back off. Knows that he's going to be outgunned. So for now, a bit of a stalemate here around the B site. But it looks like Crashies maybe suspecting that this is going to result in a bit of a shift towards A, but as we can see, they're still looking to grab hookah for themselves. A little bit more damage out as Forsaken takes a bullet to the side of the box, down to 19 HP now. And that is what looks like it will force the pivot.
Yeah, this is good. You don't have that high tide yet. Back up for Forsaken, so wait a little bit for that to come into play.
Yep, they just cut noise. They pull back. Finesse gets himself into a cheeky position, though, just outside of the window. It's Victor. Okay, spotting one. Rotations can now begin, it would seem, from the side of NRG. Finesse, Victor, gonna be blinded up. Finesse, however, still managing to find three as they drop in! Like flies into the spider web. Finesse strikes. He keeps their hopes alive here in the round. The teleporter gonna be taken. Jing, ooh, just swings back through. A 2v3. Does PRX try to stay in this?
And now
try to finish this.
Jing's got the showstopper now.
10 seconds left.
That he does, but 41 HP. It's such a small window. No margin for error. Is the trademark gonna be cleared out? Might freak out into the open, finds one, looks for Artis. Puts him down to 27, but now it is all on Jing to be the finisher. Spots him, cannot get the kill. Artis will put him down and keep NRG in this game. One more round to go for overtime.
Unbelievably smart play here from Finesse, as always. The big brain hiding himself in the corner and finds three for it.
I thought he had gotten blinded, but no. Avoids it and just drops out to kill off three. Absolutely gorgeous from Finesse where the team needed him the most. Artis as well. And that low HP, granted, yes, Jing is tagged up as well, but doesn't allow for him to isolate that 1v1 with that showstopper, because that could have just been it.
Yes, exactly. Now Victor one away from his showstopper. A couple big ones here. Mind Freak has his orbital strike behind this. PRX, spin beacon down. Victor grabbing the orb in showers. So far, just kind of taking their time, and they're going to use this.
Oh, Dueling's rockets coming through. Not finding anything, though, is Jing, but as he gets up on top of the box, still will find Victor, but it's going to be a massive trade-up. NRG starting things off with two, but now equalized. Devi catches Som. The plant still not coming in. Artis, instantly headshot, Mind Freak finding it. Just 2 more left to go. He's playing anti-flash, and now it's on Finesse! The IGL, the captain, to try to take us in OT, but the Vice says no! You shall not pass this point! PRX do the impossible! They eliminate NRG, a team that has not been outside of the top 3 at a Masters or Champions.